was wondering why we were here.
Okay, it started.
Hi, Bob.
Hey.
Hi, Bob.
Do you want to give a recap? Oh, yeah.
Last time on the Inquisition, we fucked up Gar's day. Actually, what happened was Zil was able to commune with Umberly and able to convince Gar to commune with Umberly while not holding his weapon of evil manipulation. Gar ended up giving up his weapon voluntarily and leaving, which our Dirty Liar friends were not happy about that outcome, and basically said that any deaths that happen as a result are on Zil's head, and Zil was like, fine, whatever. I have the entire fate of the world on my shoulders, but no big deal. The Dirty Liar troop said some seriously horrible shit about Gar that made Six feel like a monster. That was fun. I believe there was some swimming involved. Wet dog. Maybe that was the week before. We ended up making our way to Vale Forge. And in Vale Forge, this is a place where Zil had a vision from Paylor and was told to go to a specific shop. So Zil went to this specific shop, and it turned out to be her mother's shop. Her mother was not there, but she met what is her mother's best friend, whose name is Widget. And Zil broke mentally because she is super surprised and has no idea what's going on, and ended up basically talking to this person who's basically her Aunt Widget, and ended up receiving an incredibly amazing staff that she cannot yet attune to. It will not let her attune yet. There was a lot of her having a 404 error, and then after we left, we ended the session just as we left and turned the corner away from the shop. And that is how that... Did I miss anything important? Oh, I did!
No, I think you didn't. I don't think you missed anything. I think you missed the most important.
You made a name change, right?
I don't recall.
Zorak is learning to be charismatic and is super fucking awkward and adorable about it, and I love it.
I don't remember any of that.
Well,
war stories.
And then a brief description of the town as I remember it. There's a giant fucking tower that is like basically a challenge tower for people who want to prove themselves. Go into this tower and they fight. I don't remember. Is this like a fight to the death? People go in and don't come out kind of thing?
Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's a race. It changes every time.
It changes every time. And that apparently at the taverns there are like viewing orbs or viewing screens so that we can go watch?
Scrying mirrors, basically, yes.
Scrying mirrors. Okay.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Vale
I
Forge,
only bring that up specifically because I want to go get a drink at one of these taverns. Anyway, that's the recap. Anything else? Question mark.
Nope. I think that's more or less
I think you forgot about like the insanity that Zill's gonna have to deal with having two talking weapons in her head at all times.
Oh, I did have a thing. I messed up. The staff that Zill got does not talk. It shares a motion. It doesn't.
It empaths at her.
Oh, well,
yes.
Never mind.
So
would have been funnier if it talked and she has to like roll for psychotic saves.
One of them talks in the left ear, one of them talks in the right.
But they're both like good weapons. That would be like having two guardian angels.
I mean, right?
But they still
And then
aren't.
I have Wave, who's like the bitchy aunt. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, I have 3 legendary weapons now, by the way.
But you're not carrying Wave openly, so it can't communicate with you.
Wave is in the bag of holding. Anyway, so that's a thing. And the very first thing Zill says as they're walking out is, Paylor's light, I need a drink. And is going to immediately start walking to whatever closest tavern is.
You guys did see a tavern on the way to this shop.
Absolutely going to just walk to the tavern.
It was called Heaven's Hearth.
Aw.
Now, Jorag, what I say here is that we have ourselves somebody who is quite attracted to the smell and enticing siren's call of alcohol, and I think that we should go ahead and join her. But in your case here, what I would like to see is to have you communicate with a few other tavern goers and see if you can go ahead and initiate some more charismatic practice.
Oh man, I don't know.
Now, listen, while I'm going to tell you here, now more than ever, war stores are actually going to go ahead and get you what you need.
Really?
Yeah. Most people in the taverns, they're all about that shit. I mean, you could go ahead and throw that into just about anybody here in a tavern and somebody within these like different dozens of pound people are gonna latch onto it.
You guys enter from this spot right here, where I'm.
Oh god, there's a fucking map? Holy shit. That's a crowded fucking
Oh my God,
tavern.
it's zoom out.
Are we at Buffalo Wild Wings?
I mean, it basically feels that way. Is Zill already on the board? I don't think she is. I'm gonna drag her
I mean, there's movie screens watching some kind of sport thing, and there's 4.
So-
Give me that Nashville hot.
Needs more NPCs, not impressed.
on. Wow.
I hope
Now,
you
what
have
are the character voices and names for all of these?
person here.
So you guys walk into
I'm
the.
backstories.
Yes. Okay. You guys
Sorry.
walk into the tavern, and you guys see that it is packed. Everyone, each of the 4 corners where those wooden corners are, you see a huge mirror. Like, huge. Like, 6 feet by 8 feet. That's just displaying images on it. There's like only like maybe like 2 or 3 tables that aren't occupied at the moment. And you see barmaids running around getting people's orders, bringing drinks. So you assume that if you sit down, they'll eventually make their way over to you.
I see a few final tables over somewhere over down.
Zill is immediately just gonna walk down here
Yep.
and sit at this table right here.
'Kay.
That's
Cool.
where she's gonna sit.
Does she get hit by like somebody playing darts?
No. Nobody's playing darts right now. They're all sitting and watching.
It's less darts and more throwing hex.
Well,
Zill, with your passive insight, you can tell something big is happening right now. Because all the attention is focused on the screens. Like, this is like beyond normal like viewing.
mm-hmm.
This is
Advanced
next level viewing.
Okay. What's on the screen?
What you see right now
You're not on the,
is
you're not even on the map.
Okay, so the scene unfolding on the screen, you see what appears to be a Death Knight, a dark armored undead with a swarm of other undead, skeletons, zombies, ghouls all around him. And it zooms out to a archer who is launching arrows into this mass of undead.
Ooh.
That's what's currently happening while you guys are sitting down. And a barmaid walks up and greetings. You're new faces around here. Do you guys have any money on any champions?
How do you mean?
Oh, well, this bout, I believe, is about over. It looks like I'm hoping my couple bucks on Haven's new rookie is gonna pay off.
Haven's new rookie.
Yeah.
Zill kind of snaps out of it a little bit hearing Haven.
Yeah, we had a new champion challenge the tower this round. It's been going for about 3 days now.
Oh. I'm sorry, we're not from around here. We don't really know much of anything about the tower.
Oh, well, since you're new around, can I get you guys any drinks while you wait? While we wait?
I would like a cider.
Okay.
Anything delicious.
Okay. Do you like sweet or savory?
Sweet, please.
Sweet. Okay. Any drinks for anyone else?
I'll take myself a nice
is
mead
nodding.
if you have it.
A mead. Okay.
Does Dion want beer? Dion will say, I don't drink, and then order a beer. I don't know if you can hear that because he has his microphone pointed up because he's eating.
Okay.
No.
Is he gonna put himself on the map?
He's on the map. He just happens to be
He's
over here
playing
on
piano.
stage. He's
Oh.
playing piano, apparently.
Okay.
So you're standing behind the mirror. The pianos are
He's
basically the
actually-
mirrors.
He's actually playing Billy Joel.
Okay.
There's a mirror.
no
You can't
piano.
actually stand there.
I'm behind the mirror. I don't want to be seen.
Okay. Okay.
Those are
Um,
song lyrics right there.
So she'll take all your orders.
Right.
She'll be like, "Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. But keep an eye out. I think our new rookie's probably about to flash on here pretty soon. She's a pretty skilled cleric from what I've seen.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
and then she's going to turn around and rush back to the bar with your guys' order.
Okay. Zill is going to kind of sit and just kind of stare off into space.
Okay.
Until the screen changes.
Okay.
But just like. Still
All of a
trying to
sudden, a
happen.
cheer rushes through the crowd in the whole tavern. As you guys watch, as you glance up, you see a swarm of undead come up and cut the archer down.
You're
All right.
They get him from
Good
behind.
sports, all right.
As another barmaid brings over your food and drink. You guys didn't order food, right? Just drinks?
Nope.
Okay, your
I
drinks.
didn't order anything.
And she'll
That's what I've told her that he does not need her.
okay. She'll pass out the drinks, and while she's doing it, she goes, "Blessings of the Dawnfather upon you," as she smiles over at you, Zil, glancing over at your holy symbol and your staff.
Zill blushes. Thank you, and with you.
She'll kind of go around and she's handing Dion, as she's handing you your drink, she'll pause for a second and glance at you like, "Oh, I see you're supporting our champion, I see." And she nods at your tunic. And then she drops the thing and darts off to go deliver another order.
Zill is confused.
Dion raises one eyebrow.
You then glance up at the mirror as it shifts back into focus. And you see a blood-splattered fades and shifts to a new figure, a blood-splattered breastplate, and a vibrant red and silver trimmed cloak, with a familiar sigil emblazoned on it. The very one on Dion's tunic. The symbol of House Xenos. The hooded figure charges towards this mass, leaps up onto a gravestone, and as and lifts their mace in the air, it begins to glow a bright, vibrant, radiant light through the dark fog as the night descends onto the jumps through the air. The Death Knight turns as the hood slips off the figure's head and a tangled mane of bright red hair trails behind her as the mace impacts the Death Knight's face. And a burst of divine energy explodes as the undead around are scattered to dust. For a second, the figure vanishes from view until she rises up from the thick fog. The tavern erupts into cheers. So loud that none of you can even, hear each other talking. Some people start throwing their drinks into the air as they begin to chant, "Xenos! Xenos! Xenos!" They chant for what seems like a minute, or forever.
Dion puts his hood up and hides his face, apparently.
when the sounds of explosions begin to fill the air, as the mirror's image shifts again, showing the exterior of the tower. As magical pyrotechnic display lights up the sky around it. A booming voice fills the air. This demi-run has been completed. For dealing the final blow to the Death Knight, the Holy Haven Empire's champion, Zoe Xenos, has won. And what a win it was. From fresh underdog to champion. All earnings will be paid out to one of the collection buildings. The next demi-run will be scheduled for 3 days from now. All aspiring champions, speak to your sponsors, and let's see how you fare in the Tower of Champions. Let valor be yours, and forge it here.
Zill is staring dumbstruck at Dion.
Huh.
Was that a recording?
I can't really tell. I think it was probably live. I'd assume so, at least. Minus the latency between having to actually capture all of that different sorts of visual magics and whatnot and bring it all the way over here. I'm not really sure how instant everything like that actually is.
So,
I've never seen magic like that. That's interesting.
So at this moment, you see that people have thrown their drinks. There's messes everywhere across the bar, and the barmaids are like frantically like running around with like towels and other cloths to like sop up as much as they can and wipe down tables.
Is it the whole bar that is doing this?
Like 10% of the bar threw their drinks.
I'm going to
90% of the
grab
bar is
Barnaby's
drinking.
drink and throw it.
Okay,
You're gonna grab mine?
because he didn't order one.
I don't have one to throw, so he's going to grab yours.
So, do you just throw it directly like at someone's head or something?
Well, they're not throwing them at people, right?
They're throwing them up in the air.
Yeah. I'm
So
just
it's cascading down. You guys happen to be in a secluded corner, so you guys didn't get any of the splashback, but
Until 6 does this.
until 6 does this.
So are you throwing this directly up into the air, or?
Yeah, if that's what everyone else is doing.
Okay,
This is a glass.
go
Is this
ahead
Like a glass mug.
just do a dexterity, or like a dexterity roll for me.
Or worse, is it a Stein?
Just a dexterity.
Yes.
22.
Okay, you throw it directly straight up perfectly. And then all of a sudden, it comes crashing down right on top of your head, and alcohol splatters everywhere. Everyone gets splashed.
Dan wipes his face and casts prestidigitation.
Does it line on my head?
Yes.
Zill continues to stare at Dion.
Okay.
Bees does the same, but also adds, "You're a right bastard, Six."
That is what
Dion.
everyone else is doing.
That is,
It's obviously
but
the-
Bees, like in the middle of saying this, remembers that you're kind of in a bad mood and says, "A very good point, and you know what? I can't fault you for it."
Dion, did you just
Hmm?
cast prestidigitation?
Did I?
You cleaned yourself.
He looks at himself and realizes that he just wiped the beer off his face and
Oh, hang on. one
and cleaned the beer away from himself completely. Huh.
Zill does the same, but still doesn't take her eyes off of him. What is even going on today? And she takes a very deep drink of her drink. Dion, was that your sister? The one you showed me the picture of?
Yes, that's my kid sister.
The woman on the screen.
Yes,
What is she doing here?
apparently winning.
I try and catch a bartender or a waitress as they walk by. Where do the winners go after their challenge?
It depends on what they want to do. It's their life after they're free of the tower. Most of the time they'll come back to the tavern and celebrate. Usually,
To this tavern.
this would be the one that she has
Dion
been
looks tense.
sponsored by.
Oh,
Which is
Okay.
why there was such a freaking mess here now that she won.
yes. Well, thank you.
I'm gonna just be like, he needs another drink.
She'll nod and head off. A few minutes later, another tankard will be brought over for you, bees.
Oh, Six is gonna pay for it.
Okay.
In more ways than one. Wait, what?
That's right. That's right.
What? I don't know. That was the universe talking, not me.
Okay. So after a while, you'll see someone enter the tavern
Zilla's keeping an eye on the door the whole time.
in a red
Tiana's
and silver
being
cloak.
small.
And she'll make her way across up to the bar.
Would I be the first one to see her?
You definitely would see her.
Dion, your sister is here.
You'll see that the barmaid that actually mentioned your tunic, Dion, walk up to her and kind of give a motion towards you.
Dion's like making his body as small as possible.
And she'll be like, "What?" And she'll kind of like glance around. And she's kind of like talking with the barmaid, and the barmaid goes like, like she's trying to like look around to like look behind whoever you're crouching down behind. She'll be like, like Six. You can read her
I
lips.
mean-
Six can read her lips.
At this
Yeah.
point, I can see that like Six is fixed on something, looked over there, recognized the person, get on the table and wave her down.
Um,
fuck.
And
Howdy! Over
Dion's,
here!
Dion's lightly tapping his forehead on the table repeatedly.
and Six,
like,
you'll
pointing
see
at
you'll
the
see
hood
the
figure, like,
barmaid
"Hey,
go.
look
I think he's sitting over behind that man of metal over there.
She can't see the halfling on the table?
And she's like, "Oh yeah, the halfling. He's with them." And then she'll go. She'll be like, "I'll bring your drink over." That's what you read on her lips. And then all of a sudden she darts over, and as soon as she recognizes you, Dion.
Dan!
What? Sorry.
Let us do role play in
Sorry.
between!
Sorry.
I've been trying to say something for the last 5 minutes.
Sorry. I'll leave her back at the bar. Sorry.
While all of this is happening and Dion is having his reaction. Dion, is there a reason you're hiding?
Nope.
Dion, you're a terrible liar. Look at me.
Insight check.
What?
She doesn't even need to. Her passive insight is higher than my.
Yeah, that was
Possible deception.
I think I can crit.
You could have rolled a
That's a
1,
no.
and it's still pretty obvious what you're feeling.
Do you not want her to come say hi?
I wasn't planning on seeing family today.
I thought this was the one that you liked.
It is. That's why it's Morris.
What's worse about it?
Me.
Oh, Pa.
How do I explain this? And he points at his eyes.
Magic? Strange things happen?
Does his sister have any symbols of Pelor?
Yes, she does.
that are visible?
Yes, it would be visible.
Zil just reaches a hand under the table and subtly reaches a hand out and holds his.
That's my penis.
I assume that was not what he said.
No, it's
That's
not.
his penis.
Everett says it.
Wow.
Not Everett, sorry, Baze.
She reaches
Like
out
Everett
gently
shouts it from
and
the ship.
That's his penis.
he has a sense motive for all penis touching.
I'll have you know that she reached out for my hand IRL as well, so I gave her one finger.
his thumb.
Oh my god.
It'll be okay. I promise.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys ready to move on?
Okay.
'Kay.
Now you can do the role play.
Okay. So you watch as Zoe moves around the room and starts to approach. And the point of recognition when she realizes that it's Dion, and the point when she's walking over curious to figure out who it is, her face goes from like a kind of like a serious kind of like to a like elated like joy.
To
And-
be fair to her, I'm wearing different clothes. My beard is different. My eyes are different. My hair is different. I have more
Yes.
gray.
It would have taken
Like-
her. That's why it took her a while. But once she realizes,
Yeah.
she's probably going to be about like 10, 15 feet from you when she realizes. She's going
As
to.
she approaches, Zil takes her hand back so that they're not holding hands when she gets there.
And she all of a sudden like just darts at you and gives you the biggest hug, forcefully if she has to.
I imagine he's just sitting there.
You try to
stiff
pry
with
her off, and she is too strong.
Dion takes a sudden breath inwards and immediately starts crying.
And she'll just be like, Dion, I'm so glad you're still alive. She'll grab the chair from the table behind her and sit down right next to you.
Zil will scoot over, making room for her.
Barnaby gets off the table and back into his seat.
It's been close a couple times, Zoe. Why?
I'm gonna shift you guys. a little bit.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Did you? I see you saw then.
Just the finale, yes.
Well, that's all.
And he's looking. He glances away to wipe the tears from his eyes, and then prestidigitates again.
Yeah.
If at any point Dion manages to glance over at Bees, you'd see him giving very energetic thumbs up for displaying emotions.
He's not making eye contact with anyone.
He is doing it regardless.
Okay.
Yeah. She'll be like, but enough about me. What happened when you never returned from to the Green Tree Inquisition Hall, like 7 months ago? Father and mother assumed you had died. Heracles and Leonidas and Leona were sent to find the immortal sun a few months ago.
Did Cricket not tell them where we had gone?
She'll be like,
Six pulls out his Cricket vial, like. In his hand.
she'll be like, I don't know. I've been here for about a month, and I had to leave. So like, I left just shortly after my brothers and sister left. Or all three of those are brothers. Leona, Leonidas, and Heracles.
Leona's a sister.
Leona's sister. Okay. She'll be like,
Leona and Leonidas are
twins. Yes.
Yeah.
And then she'll be like, they left like
They're Greek.
just shortly before I did, Father doing his normal thing, and she'll like sit there and goes, I was sent here in this time of war. We need to be strong and not show any signs of weakness on any front. So I was sent here to become the next champion. And
Why did you say that one part differently?
She was mocking our father.
yeah, I think he was
They'll make
just.
the face when she talks about their father.
She's like, yeah, he kind of doesn't really like those who don't embrace the training they put us through. If you saw the fight, then you probably noticed that I decided to follow in your footsteps. She holds out her holy symbol to Paylor, and he goes, I had a little more affinity for the clerics than the paladins, but I'd like to see you kill that many undead with one swing. And she grins at you.
That would be impressive. Sadly, I am not as apparently I'm not as talented as you, Zoe. You've done a wondrous job for yourself.
But what are you guys doing? What are you doing in Velforge? Weren't you searching for the Immortal Sun?
Yes, we are. And our path has taken us here.
Is that what's taken you so long?
It's been a journey.
So what happened? It's not like you to not check in.
Well, we
Zil raises an eyebrow at him from across the table.
ran into Romita.
She gets a dark look on her face when you say the name.
Zil subconsciously puts her hand on her shoulder
And
where she was bit.
Dion's going to reach behind himself and he's gonna like half sit up and pull the tabard
Mm-hmm.
out that he's been wearing as like an extra duster and hand it to Zoe. And we killed Romita.
A look of relief kind of goes onto her face.
There is a large group working against the world, really, against Palo and life, effectively. Romita was one such agent. We found shortly after we found a Dawnbringer. He whispers that bit to Zoe.
Dawnbringer. She like perks up. Isn't that
He'll tap his lips to his finger to his lips and then glance around.
Zil will speak up for the first time. Perhaps we should finish our drinks and take this conversation somewhere more private.
She'll be like, okay. She'll just like acknowledge. The
All
barmaid
well and
will
good for all young
the barmaid
kin.
will walk up and drop off Zoe's drink.
I love that Zil, the chosen of Palor, is sitting next to this cleric of Palor and has completely been ignored. I love it. Just
And
chilling there.
yeah, at this point she would like talk over and go like, I am so sorry, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Zoe Zenos, this shithead's little sister.
Zil gives a crooked smile, a humored smile. She says very quietly, Ziliana Arios. Pleasure to meet you, Zoe.
The light bulb blinks in her head. And the look of awe on her face. She'll be like, "Oh, I am so sorry," and she'll kind of like try to give you like a bow almost, like from awkward without almost knocking her chair over.
Zil will gesture, no, please. Especially not here, but there's really no need.
Now, those are some smooth moves if I ever did see them.
I'm curious how Jorek is handling all of this.
He's just sitting there, a little overwhelmed.
I was hoping you were going to do something
has
awkward.
No idea what the fuck is going on, and he's just kind of smiling like, yeah.
You get the feeling, or you understand what's actually going on, right?
Yeah, no, I understand what's actually going
Okay.
on, but Bees is kind of, he's oft to disassociate in things that don't relate directly to him, so.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Oh, so me IRL. Got it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. She'll be like, do we want to hang out here for a bit? Are you guys wanting to enjoy your drinks, or do we want
Well, I
to...
sure would love to.
I like to be disgusted by them, actually.
Dion doesn't drink, she says as he takes his drink.
She smirks and be like,
Keeps me sober.
she's like, yeah, that's my brother.
I chuckle. Though, if we are going to continue any important conversations, we should not.
She'll be like, well, I can at least update you. Are you guys updated on what has been going on in Haven lately?
Not at all, actually. I'm quite curious.
Things are not going good. Necropolis has fallen to the vampires, as well as Iron Mold has fallen to Sulfura.
Well, shit.
There's just too many fronts for the Haven military to maintain. And which is why Father was so adamant about keeping up fronts, all of our fronts, elsewhere, even here in Valeforge, so that other kingdoms and nations don't see this as an opportunity. Especially our southern dragon neighbors. But she's like, yeah, we're managing to... They've pushed in and fortified the cities and are holding them. We've been unable to take them back. We're sieging, or we have siege lines and defensive lines set up to try to prevent further pushes inland on both fronts.
Is there any news of Vitala?
Vitala? Vitala is currently safe. I know that most refugees have been sent to Haven because it has the ability to sustain a larger populace, and it's far more fortified. The refugees from Necropolis and Ironmold have gone there.
Are we still in the bar at this point?
Yes. But she's talking in hushed tones here.
And Current events.
And everybody is partying and drinking, and they are not paying attention to anybody.
I'm surprised they're ignoring her.
They just won a bunch of money. They don't care who they won it from.
Ah.
This is everyday life. The champion isn't as important as the money. Like the initial yes, yay, my champion won. There might be a couple people who approached her when she first entered, but most are just going to drink and party because they just won a bunch of money. Especially in this tavern, because people tend to pay for the champion of the tavern that they like to frequent.
Gotcha.
But yeah, she has a she does let you know after this. She does let you know that she has a private quarters that is supplied by the tavern and everything.
He looks at the bard and just at the halfling, or what is he right now? He's a halfling right now. He looks at the halfling and just says, "No."
Well,
He didn't speak.
He knows what he did.
You're really quiet, Bees.
Let's wait for my mic for a little bit there. Also,
Gotcha.
I'm bleeding from multiple places now.
Oh,
What is going on at your desk?
A
So
lot of
he's
things.
bleeding from multiple places.
she'll then glance over and be like, "Oh, I haven't introduced myself, or I haven't gotten all of your names yet." And she'll motion for 6.
I'm Dion.
I'm looking at my vial.
She'll slap you in the shoulder when you say that, Dion.
Azil smiles.
I would have thought you would remember that.
She'll be like, "So you're not going to respond?"
Me?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for an answer on what the vial looks like.
Oh, the vial looks normal.
He would just check that really quick because just talking about what's going on. And
Yeah.
then he would. I am 6.
It's nice to meet you, 6. She'll then turn over to Bees.
Well, a fine how do you do to you, Miss Zoe. My name is Barnaby Goodfellow, but you can call me Bees.
She'll
Just call him No.
Don't call me that.
She'll be like, "Seems like you've gotten a little ruder since you left, Dion." And then she'll turn over to Jorek.
Quickly, Bees whispers to Jorik, "This is not the time for war stories, just state your name."
Okay, thank you.
She'll catch that and she'll be like,
Why are you talking
she'll be
so
like,
fort?
she'll be like, "Why are they whispering? Did you forget your name, sir?"
No. My name is Jorak. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Jorek.
And I don't even let her respond before I look over at Bees for approval.
Zil is
Giving a good thumbs up. Giving a really good hearty
Okay.
thumbs up.
Oh, I'm gonna post a larger picture for you guys.
6 is just
Zoe.
looking at Jorak like, what the fuck?
Here's a better picture of Zoe for you guys.
Cool.
Well, she's grown up since the last time I saw her.
Yeah, it's been a while because you went off and joined, and you haven't. It's probably been a couple years since you've seen her.
It's been
No.
Couple years since you saw your sister.
Yeah, Zil is basically just waiting for people to finish their drinks so that they can go talk in private.
Oh, Bees was forcibly finished.
Okay.
Chug, chug, chug.
When Zoe realizes that everybody has finished their drink, she's like, "Oh, you're all waiting on me," and she'll just like pound it really quick, like a true warrior. And then she'll be like, "Okay, let's go this way," and then she'll lead you guys to her chambers. I don't have a map for her bedroom.
As we're
So,
leaving-
That's okay. We can imagine.
so
As we're leaving, Six is gonna say, "Did anyone else notice that every single person looks exact?"
haha. Okay, so I'm just gonna move you guys back over to here.
Don't be rude to the NPCs, Six.
Oh, that is not what I wanted to do.
They don't have feelings. It's okay.
I keep forgetting that I can actually see my like recording screen now, so I keep trying to do things on my recording screen,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
just like shifted the video, like off screen and everything. I was like, oh crap. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I put a gif of Zoe in reactions.
I saw that, and it's yeah, that's about right.
Which reactions I want to see?
Wow.
Yup.
Jesus, that. Wow.
So you'll see, like, as she stands up, her
Six gets
morning star that she has is like elegant carved, and if you looked at it from, if she like pointed it at you, you could tell that it's carved in the shape of Palor's sun. But it's got like the almost like axe blades style morning star. But it's a gorgeous morning star.
Well.
Oh, pretty.
Okay. So you
Called
guys,
Lucifer?
what is it?
I said, is it called Lucifer?
Well.
Okay. So so she'll pull a couple chairs from one of the tables over by it's just like it's almost like an in room, kind of her room that she has, but it's a little larger. She has like a desk. There's like a stand for her armor, racks for a couple different weapons. She has a long sword. She's got the morning star, which she hangs up on the rack, and then she's got a couple other. She's got a bow. But she slings off her cloak and then starts undoing her armor and putting it on the stand. She'll be like, "Make yourself at home, guys, and do tell me what has been going on with you guys. It's you just disappeared off the face of the earth after you left Green Tree. We found the Inquisition did send out a search party, and they did find the dead werewolves in the forest, but that's as far as they went.
We've been on mission. Did Father not say?
Oh
were
yes,
doing?
he said you guys were going to look for the immortal sun, and you guys checked in at Green Tree Inquisition Hall. Was the last place you had any known location, and
That's the last time we were at an Inquisition hall.
how did you guys get here if you didn't go to an Inquisition Hall? You would have had to pass through many different cities to get to any port.
Mm-hmm. We teleported, what was it, twice? 3 times?
I think 3.
At least 3 times.
Well, okay. Zill's gonna look over at Zoe. We found our way into the Darklands. We found a very odd mechanism that ended up teleporting us to out of character, can't remember the name of the city that doesn't exist.
You never got the name of the city.
No, the Glaum Dampignon.
Oh,
Darn,
Gloin or whatever.
Yeah.
Gloin. Yeah.
Don't talk about Dion's groin.
Gloin. Yeah, that one. Yeah, the glass city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I explained that we went there, that we met Kalish because he was the one we
She'll
were
be
looking
like,
for information.
That's
Lost a couple months there.
Is that that city of glass? That there's like a fable, like stories to tell about?
Mhm.
Zell nods.
I was like, oh, so it does
We-
exist.
We went into a sort of pocket dimension. Met with Kalish himself. He gave us a little bit of information. And when we came out, several months had passed. Apparently time does not match up in his realm as it does in ours. It turns out that is up in the Sulfuran Empire. We were able to make our way to a city where someone was able to teleport us to another city. And then from there we were able to teleport to... Or no, actually we traveled on foot.
On horses.
On horses.
Then by ship. Oh, don't forget about all the assassins.
Oh yes, many assassins. Oh, are you familiar with Shannon Gengar?
Lovely fellow.
Her face gets really dark. She'll be like, yes. You get the feeling that all the Xenos family knows about Charlotte Gengar.
I know. Zill knew that. It's just, storytelling.
Yeah.
Fun news. Dagmar might be alive.
When you say that, Six clenches his fist.
She's like Dagmar.
Mm-hmm.
Great,
You
great,
know,
great
great
uncle.
great great uncle 37 times removed. That one. You know, big evil douchebag of a uncle that the family pretends doesn't exist. But also teaches as a warning story.
That one that was exiled, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he might be alive and upon
Alive?
Shadow Gengar. Yes, possibly.
Isn't that story like 3,000+
Yep.
years old?
Yes.
Hmm.
I suspect foul magics.
And we believe that he and Shannon Gengar are all working for the Chained Oblivion.
Oh, also, the training paid off. Mom and Dad turned me into this, and he just wolfs out.
Oh my god. Are you...
He's got this weird like
I don't give a fuck anymore.
defeated sarcasm going on right now about everything.
She'll be like, she'll just acknowledge and be like,
No, wait, there's more. And he pops out his skeleton wings. Look, I'm cursed.
she'll be like,
And then he gets this pocket alcohol and chugs it as a wolf with skeleton wings.
she'll be like, what happened, Dion?
Zill looks at him.
He
And-
just stares at the ground and he's quiet again.
It's been a very rough couple of months. Zill walks over and puts a hand on his shoulder. Actually, no, she puts her hand right between his shoulder blades, where that one little mote of light is
That's
left.
my penis.
Between your shoulder blades?
My God.
Hell happened?
we need to have a conversation about this, love.
I
Jesus.
unmuted myself to say something, and I realized I don't got shit to say.
She'll just kind of like a look of shock on her face as she just kind of like slumps down into the chair and just not knowing what to say.
Also, one of our party's dead. And not the one that died before we went back to Haven. That was fun. They got mauled by wolves.
Werewolves, specifically.
Yes. Let's see.
What's that, Romida?
Yes.
Ramita is
See,
dead.
Is there
Zil
any?
says very darkly.
And that is good.
Dion
Did you
makes a
take-
significant glance over at Zill and then
Did you
looks away
take
again.
the cloth back from her when you were showing her?
No, I gave it to her.
Oh, you gave it to her?
Yeah.
Okay. So
As we're talking about Ramita, Zil has her hand on her own shoulder again.
I need to look at my notes real quick, babe. But I can't have you see them.
Oh, fuck!
Don't die.
I died. Sorry. I'm dead. Zil
You can
just
keep
falls
going. I
over
just
dead.
want to make sure of.
Some info.
Yeah.
do you need to message me about it?
I'm actually reading our exchanges.
Oh, okay, cool.
Anyway, Zil is notably awkward when they're talking about Ramita.
Okay. It seems Romita put a toll on all of you.
Yes.
Except for this little halfling here. He doesn't seem to have any idea what's going on.
I'm just kind of here because I wanted to go ahead and have some sociable time with this here group. I am part of my own sort of accord of bands of misfits, as it were. The Dirty Liar. I don't know if you've heard of us.
So you're a dirty liar? Why,
Well,
Dion, why would you
Dion.
associate with them if he's a dirty liar?
Actually, you know what? You misunderstood, but yet you did get to a fair question.
He and his crew are shepherding us across the sea, and we have an idea of where we need to go next for the Immortal Sun. I think we're actually closing in on it quite a bit.
And our ship has anti-scrying magics and whatnot, all of 4,000 living little things that you can do hickey with. Goes underwater. Real nice.
Quite a nice ship.
And what is the name of this ship?
The Dirty Liar.
A nice ship that you soil with an awful name.
Now hold on.
Lol.
You tell me how in
I
your
hold bees.
mind
I'm
you
holding
are.
bees back.
Yeah, now you tell me how in your mind you're spelling lie, because if it is with an I, you are wrong, miss.
Still uses minor.
She'll be like,
illusion.
she'll knock, she'll like, oh, and the like clarification will like hit her like,
Now there you
you
go.
mean the
Now there you go.
instrument.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Zil makes a.
And I pull out
uses
my
minor
own lyre and
illusion
kind of
to
give it
create
like a little doot with some prestidigitation, like doing a little like, just some like minor like flames and flickers all around.
Please tell me he's holding bees back with just like one finger on the head.
I'm like on his, like I've got like my whole hand on his torso,
Oh.
You're just
like
like,
covering his entire torso. Like,
Like,
just
way
sort
too
of,
much.
yeah. Like
you
a
just
mom
like, you
holding
just
a
like,
purse in the
you just
front
like
seat.
reached over to like a 5-year-old and put your hand on their chest so they couldn't get past you.
100%.
I love it.
Mommy, please let me go.
Please tell me you said that in canon.
Nope, I can't do that.
You would break Jorak.
Yeah. He's my life coach right now, and if he like cracked wise at me, I don't know what I would do.
Oh man.
Jorak, I'm fine. Thank you. I'm all right.
I bring my hand back.
Does she look like she could easily crush him?
Oh.
Are you
Like,
asking for
now-
fetish reasons?
now that-
Because
now that
I need to
she's-
stop you right there.
Now that she's taken her armor off, her under tunic, like,
Thighs or
she has kind of like, she stepped behind a little, like, curtain and, like, changed out into, like, more, like, lounging clothes.
Zibbies.
Civvies, yes. And she comes back out, and she is ripped. Like, yeah. Like, you
It's
feel...
okay, Zorak. I don't think he could hurt her.
You got any drinks to go with
And
that snack?
she'll like...
Zil is having a come to Palor moment and realizing that she may not be straight and that she has a thing for Xenos.
Honestly, so is Jorak. No.
But she'll be like, yeah, it's been a rough couple months. When father decided to send me off without knowing what happened to you, it's been rough. You can't imagine how happy I am that you're alive, though.
Oh, Miss Zoe, do you happen to have sending magic?
Magic. I have several things magic.
I specifically said sending magic, i.e. the spell.
Sending magic. She'll be like, I don't think I currently do. I might be able to figure it out. I can
Perhaps.
commune and see.
Perhaps you may tell your father that Dion's alive? I would leave out the...
Oh, I don't want to do that. I want Dion to see his face when Dion walks back in.
B's trying to be helpful, digs into his pocket, pulls out a sending stone and says, I don't know if this would work, but it has sending in the name.
She'll smirk. You're like, that only works to the other stone, right?
Oh, god darn it. Can't you do one of them things where you just kind of finagle with the magic and make it go to another stone, some kind?
No.
Yeah, like an unlimited plan, if you will.
No.
As long as you do it after 9 p.m.
But yeah, no. Zoe is definitely like, she has like a smug grin on her face. She's like, I want Dion to just walk back in victorious when Leonidas and Leona and Heracles don't manage to find the immortal sun.
What does Dion want?
I put it in reactions.
You drink some more?
That's fair. All right.
I feel like that's the size of B's flask if he has one.
It's true.
In relation.
Let's try to ask that seriously, but at the same time, if he sees that Dion is busy drinking, he kind of trusts that.
Yeah, Dion's just drinking heavily out of a flask right now. He's draining
You
it.
want me to think
Is he
about
still a
like the future?
Oh yes, he's still a
No.
wolf with wings out. He hasn't put them away yet.
Zill is continuing to rub his back between the wings.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to change voices when I wolfed out. Damn it.
Oh, we missed
You guys
the
didn't get to
great
hear
Sean
Wolf
Connery.
Connery.
Well, can I have some Wolf Connery?
When he feels like talking again. Right now, he's just drinking. And knowing things.
She'll be like,
Oh, come on.
so how much longer do you think it'll be before you're able to retrieve the immortal sun?
7.
7 what?
I don't know.
Out of character. Like, time-wise, how long is it from here to the Sun Empire?
With your boon that you have from Umberly,
Mhm.
it'll probably be about a week.
We have another week by ship, but
So 7.
I don't know how. Yeah, but I don't know how long it would take once we're there.
So we're like, where are you guys headed? If I might ask.
We're setting course for the Sun Empire.
Fitting place.
Right?
You wouldn't happen to
Darcy.
be heading to the city of Pandora, would you?
Zill's eyes narrow, and I would like to do a fucking insight check on this bitch.
Yeah. She's just asked.
Wow!
Ooh.
So
Zill is distracted. I mean, I still got plus,
No, not one.
So you rolled a 1 and a 2.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And I still got a 13, okay?
It doesn't. She's just asking to be curious.
Why would you think we're headed there?
Well, if from what I've read is correct, the lost city of Pandora is hidden in the Sun Empire, and the immortal sun has been locked away, and the legends
Well.
tell of many, many magical items that have been removed from this world by being placed in Pandora.
Yeah, smart girl.
I am a Xenos. The
Zill smiles.
one thing our parents taught us was to learn about all the monsters and things that can come back to haunt us.
Does that include alcoholism?
Lol. Oh, it's okay. He doesn't drink.
Nope, I do not drink. I do drink.
Now, I know you don't drink. From what I've seen, all you do is chug.
She'll
He
reach out.
nods.
She'll reach out and put a hand on your knee, Dion. You've drained your flask, right?
I'm trying right now. I'm licking the last drop out of it.
Okay. She'll notice this. She'll reach out and cast Last Restoration on you.
Ooh.
Why would you do that?
It's not good to have a Xenos out of their wits.
Yeah.
And I can't lose you for a second time.
Oh. Speaking of Romita, I talked to our sister.
She'll be like,
hold on, and I drop the wolf.
sister. She'll be like, what?
Yes.
She'll like be kind of confused at first.
I spoke with Orania. I know you were too young, but
She's dead though.
that is correct. And she was at the time we spoke. However, she
Did Paler give you a vision?
in a way, I was taken there to Paler. There was a moment Dion like squints really hard.
Zill, still rubbing his back between the shoulder blades. Your wings probably would have faded by now, but
Yeah. They only last a minute.
she does the whole energy transfer thing and gives him support and love, and it's okay, you can do this, feels.
Palo wanted me to keep going when I didn't want to. I had a moment of weakness, but I got to see Arania, and she is the one who talked me into continuing on. And we have a niece.
She'll perk up at this. What?
Mm-hmm. A niece who needs us to finish this task.
Zill nods.
Do we know where she is?
DM, I don't think I got an exact location, did I?
You didn't.
Dion just shakes his head.
She'll be like, okay. Well,
Did I even get a name? As a player, I know, but I don't know if my character does.
I don't remember. I say you probably did get a name, and you did get the continent.
Got the what?
The continent
You cut
she was
out.
on. You got the continent she was on,
That sounds right.
and the name.
Continent sounds right.
You got her name and the continent.
Out of character, real quick, baby. I'm so proud of you.
Why?
You didn't get hiccuped.
I try. I ate so slowly. So I can feel that. The reason I just handed you the rest of the fries is because I feel it right here.
You could feel it coming.
I
It was
could
right
feel
there.
it coming. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Simon.
Hey, we gotta stop with the Simon stuff, guys.
No. That's
Nope.
the
I
thing
didn't
now.
sign off for this.
You wanted him
You didn't
canon.
sign off for this.
You didn't. Yeah.
Simon doesn't
says.
say. Simon does not say.
Simon doesn't say.
Anyway,
Sorry, Bob.
So you would have gotten the information that she is on Vonselrun. And her name. And you know her name, so you can say it if you want.
Her name is. Do I know her full name?
You would have known her birth name. So, whatever.
Did she
Aranya.
change her name?
she did not.
Okay.
So you would know the full one, not the abbreviated that she goes by.
What's her? I don't know her last name.
She doesn't have a last name.
Okay.
She
She's-
doesn't know her last name.
Fair enough. Her name is Cassandra? Or Kaz? Cassandra. Her name is Cassandra. And she's somewhere in Vonselrun. And after this task is over, I intend to find her.
And if we can find something as elusive as the immortal sun, I think you'll have very little problem finding her.
So it'll be like,
If we can find the immortal son, we can find the orphaned niece.
Zoe will be like, if she's on Vonselrun, she's bound to pass through Veilforge. I will keep my ears out.
Just keep her quiet. Mother and father would not approve
She'll nod, be like, oh,
of her lineage.
she'll be curious as to be like, lineage? She's a Xenos.
She doesn't know what the word lineage means.
No, she knows. She knows what
Well-
lineage is, but
Well, you see, Zoe, there's a whole other side. When a man and a woman,
Still slap him
she'll
gently on the
she'll
back.
slap him. She'll slap him.
We both slap you at the same time.
he for the first time in a while, he has the genuine chuckle.
Yeah, no.
Six sees both of them slap him, and he thinks for a second.
I look at
He doesn't
Six.
do it. He does not
I
do
look
it.
at.
Wow.
And she'll be like,
Slaps me.
I know that, but
His face.
is she not a Xenos?
Not her father, isn't?
Okay, who is her father?
I don't know his name, but he's not human.
Okay, yeah. She'll give oh yeah, mom and dad wouldn't approve then.
Dion looks at Six and is like,
Six doesn't know.
Six doesn't know?
I
Six
don't
doesn't
No,
know.
he's doing that to Six's. This is a second ago. He did
Oh,
this to
the
Six's.
No, he only
slap
for
butt.
a second was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to slime," but then he was like,
Yeah, but Dion knows
Probably not.
Six enough at this point that thought was going to cross his mind. Especially
Should
after
be
the drink fiasco that just happened.
Oh yeah, with him throwing the drink.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll be like, you gonna tell me what race he was? Or are you going to be as cryptic as ever, brother?
Still just like leaning into Dion and saying that like that. Just do it.
Do it. No,
Just saying
Zil
that,
doesn't-
Arrow. I guess I am being that way, aren't I? He's a tiefling.
Her eyes will go wide and we're like,
And then Dion like
oh.
gets a hair off of his tongue. Almost as if saying that he was a tiefling.
What is wrong with tieflings?
Well, tieflings are the majority of Sulfura. The fiendish blood.
And
The opposite to the Azamars of
Oh.
celestial blood.
Miss Zoe, if you don't mind me asking, are you an Asimar?
Zil.
What? You're saying there's something wrong with being an Asimar?
You don't just ask someone.
She'll be like, well, since you asked, I guess there's no point in not sharing. And she'll activate.
She's a tiefling.
She'll activate her. She will activate her ability, but she doesn't have wings. She just boils with energy.
Oh fuck! I'm sitting right next to you.
She's a scourge Azamar.
Yeah. She also hurts herself when she does this, by the way.
Yes.
I'll show you. Oh, it burns so good.
Yeah.
Lol.
Literally, it does radiant damage.
Zil smiles. It's okay, we're all resistant to it.
Right?
Zil smiles warmly. Oh, well, I guess that makes 3 of us.
You are as well.
I swear, every one of y'all can do these like really cool transformation things, and I just feel so left out.
It's okay,
Aw.
little man. You're just short.
I can't.
Dion squints at B, like, really?
Please tell me she actually says that.
Oh, she totally says that.
Zil just Zil laughs.
Bees
just like
is
I
a
just
bit
did.
dejected and immediately starts like burning around looking for alcohols. Is like, I know I'm basically scrounging around your drawers right now, but I feel as though I deserve it after that comment.
She'll be like,
Stay out of her drawers.
she'll be like,
I'm in your sister's drawers.
she's like, was that a little below the belt?
You are.
I'm holding him bees back again.
Oh, now see here. Fine. Just give me something to drink. I had my meat chucked by a very nice gentleman over there who's very valid in many ways.
Well,
But
I saw you
still,
get
I
another
have
one
no
delivered.
alcohol in me.
I saw another one get delivered to you. You
What?
did have Six bought you another one, and you drank it.
I don't recall this at all. I got a character. I don't.
It totally happened.
It did
did
totally
happen.
happen.
I must
I
have,
I
stepped
ordered
away.
another one after.
He
the-
drank it so
I-
fast he forgot it existed.
I absolutely stepped away during that. So.
Oh,
my bad.
okay. No, you did get another one bought. Six did buy you a new one after he realized that it was not right.
Okay.
So, you do have a little bit of alcohol in you. She's like, do I owe you a drink after that?
Now I do wager that you do.
Okay.
Possibly dinner, but we'll come to that later.
So she'll stand up and reach up into like one of the highest cabinets up in the room and be like, this one here might be a little stout, and sets the bottle down.
I'm a fleetfoot if you have to know, if that was your roundabout way of asking.
And then she'll be like, she'll pull down a glass and set it down and pop the cork and pour you some, and like, here you go.
Well, thank you for the trouble.
Just don't tell your
Yeah.
parents on me.
Huh. Yeah, as if I'm not gonna go into that. Anyway, down the hatch.
I lean over to bees. I say, is this going well for you?
In a very strange way, it could be going worse.
As he starts to chug that, Dion will press to digitate it to make it taste like What's he drinking?
It's probably just like beer, probably
Beer?
some kind of like
Okay. I'm gonna add. Oh, what would clash really badly?
soap,
Cheese.
cheese. Cheese would
Beer
be good
cheese
with
is
beer.
amazing.
Cheese, really? I don't think those go in.
Cheese flavored beer when you're not expecting it. Really?
I'm gonna make a
Blue
constitution
blue
save.
cheese. It's gonna taste like blue cheese.
Oh, that's a problem.
Or
I'm gonna
feta.
make a
Feta would be
constitution
worse.
saving throw just to see like what his reaction is. This is like vis-a-vis nothing. Bees tries it down and says, "Cheese or beer? Now, I wouldn't have ever thought of something like this, but that is a
She'll-
right fine taste you got."
She'll be like, cheese beer. This was
Yeah, get a
supposed.
chug.
Zill,
And I
She'll
offer
reach
a-
over. She'll reach over and take some and take a sip, and she'll actually spit it back.
Before she sips it, Dion's gonna do it again as subtly as possible and
Do it-
change it
okay,
from.
Make a
from
sleight of
cheese-
hand check.
cheese to
Okay.
orange juice.
No. Oh no. Oh, hold on. I gotta reload my shtick here.
No worries. So make a sleight of hand check.
Working on it.
Can I insight this to see if I know what he's doing?
You have to make a perception check to see if you can see him do it.
Okay. Do the thing. There we
Oh,
go.
man.
22.
Oh wow!
I have a
Okay.
passive of
Natural
22.
19.
Do you see it, 6?
I have a passive of 22.
Okay, so 6, you do notice it. Just like it's really subtle.
I mean, you notice my fingers moving. Do you know what?
Well, I've
I'm
seen
doing.
you cast it how many times now today?
2.
He knows what you're doing.
What do you make it taste like?
It just tastes like really good mead now.
Just be like, mead? What the hell? That was beer. She'll like take the bottle and she'll like look up. She'll like stand up and look in the cabinet and be like, "What the hell?"
Dion just gets scratching his ear, just getting something out of his ear nonchalantly.
She'll be like, "Damn, that's good," and she'll take another swig, and then she'll
Well, no, I didn't taste mead, but I did taste something. Now, here, hold on.
she'll pour you
let me
another
take that
glass. She'll pour you another glass and hand it to you.
back. All right, let me get.
And
another
because
taste
she's
of
not
that.
letting this one go now that it tastes, that she drank from it.
Yeah, and Bees is gonna go ahead and continue drinking. And at this point, I guess if you haven't changed it again, it probably still tastes like mead. He's like, "What the fuck?"
No, it wouldn't taste like
Alright.
meat. It would taste like beer now.
Oh, I guess it would. And I guess even more, it's like, what the fuck? All right, I mean, that's fine, but I kind of was digging that their cheese beer sort of thing that was going on there. Then again, half things is nasty, so.
So they'll
who's
be-
to say?
She'll be like, "It tastes different now."
It tastes like beer now.
She'll chug the glass, pour some, and then taste it. And she'll be like, "What the hell is going on?"
Go get another bottle. This shit is crazy.
Is Zil gonna join in on this?
6 is just
Zill is curious, actually.
looking at Dion like,
Zill will totally ask for a glass.
She'll pull down a glass and pour you some. And you're like, "Here, try it. What does it taste like to you? Do you want some? Do you want some?" She'll offer to both you, 6, and you, Jorek.
6, if you're staring at Dion, he's gonna lean back so no one can see him but you. He's gonna get his body in that way, and then he'll just put a finger up to his lips and wink.
6, you'll see one of his eyes just blink off.
Okay. He's learning.
I love it.
No, he's done the wink before. That's how they know what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Zill will taste the beer.
Yeah, same.
Are
Is
you
this the
leaving it as beer?
How many people's eyes are on me right now?
People would probably.
Everybody's
not-
like really focused on the alcohol being exchanged around.
Excellent.
So you
I'm
have
gonna make it
advantage
taste
on the
like-
sleight of check.
Sweet. The sleight of check. I'm going to make it taste like. Who's drinking it right now?
Zill's
Zill.
about to drink it.
Oh, Zill's about to drink it. I'm gonna make it taste like her favorite wine.
She's only
Or
had
cider.
cider.
Stuff?
She's
The cherry cider.
The cherry cider. Yep. Give me a sec here on this. I have to roll it twice, or did it populate twice? Oh, it's just a 10.
10.
Oof.
Okay.
Oof. I'm moving too
Zill
much.
definitely.
I
Zill-
stumbled on that one a tiny bit.
Zill definitely sees it this time.
They both. Zoe sees it too. She'll be like,
I was behind her.
but she sees it out the corner of her eye. She'll then just like reach over and dump her beer on your head.
Zill tastes it, is like, huh. Looks at him,
And
shrugs, and drinks it. You're going to have to tell me how you learned that.
Barnaby is watching this whole thing happen and says, all right, I guess it's just one of them brother-sister things. My case, I only know one of them brother-brother things, if you know what I mean. But what I'm going to do is kind
I
of
really
go ahead
don't.
and just enjoy this. Well, I mean, fair enough. And Barney B just goes ahead and takes another swig.
Whoa.
okay.
And it's still just beer. What the... All right, well, whatever.
Did you want it to be cheese?
Well, I mean, I have prestidigitation, so I can change the flavor of it anytime. Wait a minute.
Zill definitely laughs at that.
Dion, did you want to just go ahead and pipe out about something that may have just may or may not have happened here?
Sorry,
Dix will lean forward and put his finger up to his lips and wink at him.
Lol.
Uh-huh.
Dion did.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, now, Jorag, right now I want to go ahead and give you an example of something that is faux pas within the realm of people who are trying to be charismatic, and that
pull a
is
notepad out.
ruin them.
I pull a notepad and like a quill out so fast. Like he said the word lesson, and like I am like
Zoe
full,
just
like,
glances
flow
over
study
at
mode.
you like,
Now, here's the lesson. You never want to do something that is going to essentially negatively impact somebody
Mm-hmm.
without them knowing so and consent beforehand. There's some people who like to go ahead and get onto the nasty side of things, but only when they explicitly give you permission to do so. Changing people's drinks, right? Changing people's drink flavors. That's a no-no.
Okay.
Trying to, just make it so that way you are deceiving people in general. That is not how you get on someone's good side. So these are all things to keep in mind. Just be very honest, but don't be too honest, and just keep it within a realm of comfortability.
Comfortability. Okay.
As soon as he puts like the last like mark on the page, Dion's looking over his shoulder reading these notes. He's gotten up and done that in this period of time, and he's like, and he just prestidigitates it clean before the ink dries.
Okay, Dion, that's enough.
Can
She's just gonna walk over, grab his hand, and drag him back over to his
Whoa,
seat.
what happened?
I lick my pen, like just to make sure that it's like working.
It's disappearing.
And then I just write the word like no like 4 times, and then comfortability, and then slap it shut.
No comfortability. Got it.
Yeah.
okay.
I love it.
Oh boy.
Okay. Was there anything else you guys wanted to do here before?
Anything else we want to do here? No, just like kind of pleasant chit chat with Zoe.
Okay. You guys probably have a wonderful long evening hanging out with Zoe.
One question that I
Yes.
don't really want to ask, but
Do we want to jump into whispers?
no.
Okay.
Would she notice that he is not wearing his symbol?
She probably would have noticed, and at some point she probably would take him aside and ask about it.
Dun dun dun.
Probably when you guys are leaving, she'll hold you back and wait for everyone to
Okay.
leave.
Okay.
So when we are officially done, we will do that little
Oh.
because she doesn't want to ask in front of everyone.
As Bees leaves, he says,
she only
now
wants to
go
do that
ahead
in
and
private
save
chat."
me more of that beer there. We'll make it go ahead and taste good and have another party out of the whole thing.
I
Zill
think he's salty that I made his beer taste like cheese.
I think he is.
A little bit.
As he's walking away.
So are we all done to wrap up?
I think so.
Sure.
Okay. Did you want to have this chat in whispers, Dion, or do you want to just do it here?
I know there's some in the restroom.
Well,
No, it doesn't. It doesn't really need to happen in whispers.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if you wanted it in whispers or not.
No, it's okay.
Okay. So
Try
she'll
to
be
avoid
like,
it if I can.
yeah. So as you guys are getting up, she'll be like, "Hey, Dion, can I talk to you privately before you leave?"
I swear I put the book back before I left.
She'll smirk and be like, "Sure, you did."
Okay, good talk.
No, that's not it. Does everyone else leave already?
Zill would glance back, and then continue out, grabbing Six by the arm and kind of escorting him out to make sure that he
Like
doesn't stay
locking
behind.
arms or just like grabbing his arm?
Like locking arms, like a.
Because if you did that, he'd be
She's
like,
got handcuffs and everything.
Oh, what was that?
I don't know.
Somebody sent me a video and it played very loud in my headphones. I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
what was it?
But yeah, Zill will escort him out,
Is
Okay.
everyone leaving?
politely.
Or is anyone awkwardly staying?
That's why Zill dragged Six away.
If anyone stays, Zoe will give them like a look and be like,
Hey, go away! Look.
"Yes."
She'll give them a divine strike.
Oh,
Move, bitch! Get out the room.
anyway, I think we all left.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dion, I
That's
noticed
still
you.
my name, yes.
I noticed that you're no longer wearing your symbol of Baylor.
Yeah, yes. That is intentional.
May I ask why?
Because he allowed someone very close to him to become cursed and have to suffer in the torment of Shadowganger for all eternity.
She'll take out her symbol, grip it in her hand. Did you ever think that there might be a reason?
Oh, no, he told me as such.
What was this reason?
The greater good.
She'll be like, she'll just nod, give her holy symbol a squeeze, let it drop, and then walk up and give you a hug.
He will again, much to his own frustration, begin immediately crying.
Don't die this time.
I can't. I have made promises.
Make me a promise.
Okay, this time I won't die.
You
He
can't
sticks
let...
his tongue out at her.
She'll try to grab it.
Make a dex check.
Contest.
Contested athletic.
Oh, she totally misses and punches you in the face.
Oh, jeez. Oh. This,
She'll be like, oh no, I'm sorry.
When you hit my lip and my tooth.
She'll then, her hand will start glowing and she'll like cast Cure Wounds on you.
Lol.
She'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry,
Blah,
Dion.
blah, blah.
But you shouldn't stick your tongue out at people.
Well. Anyway, I don't hate him, but I can't be his champion anymore.
Just remember, he is a merciful God. And maybe one day he'll accept you back into the fold if you can.
He already told me he would. It's the other way around.
She'll give a sad frown and be like, if it's what you need to do, just stay alive.
Don't worry. Azil's really good at helping with that.
She seems like the smartest one.
She's definitely the wisest.
It's always nice having a chosen one on your team.
Well, I mean, yes, aside from when assassins are chasing you, the weight of the world is on all your shoulders. And... yeah, it's nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love her to death. But... Dion stops talking as soon as he said that because he realized what he said out loud.
What did you say? Sorry. My attention was kind
Nothing. Nothing.
He said...
Zoe missed it.
He said...
No one else heard it. Except for maybe 6.
He said, I do love her to death, after all. Or he said, don't get me wrong, I love her to death. But...
And then I stopped talking because I realized I said, but.
She'll kind of get a smile on her face. Be like, then keep her safe. Not at the expense of your own life, though.
That is the one condition where I would break my promise.
She'll punch you in the shoulder.
She is more important. He won't even react to it. He'll just be like, she is more important.
She'll grip her holy symbol, knowing that that's true.
Yeah, it's okay. The whole family knows it's true.
Aww. Yep.
She'll give you one quick little hug and then forcefully spin you around and push you.
I was going to say, Dion, when she gives him a hug, since he is a little bit taller than her, he will just ruffle the shit out of her hair.
When you do that, you'll notice that there's that little ribbon that you gave her still tied in her hair. Like years ago. It's just tied under, like on an underlayer.
Ah, shit. My heartstrings. They got yanked on.
Lol.
And then, yeah.
Zill's in the other room sharing a bit of her actual cider with, or her actual wine cider, whatever it is.
Cider.
With bees.
Because I don't think you've shared it with him yet, have you?
Nope.
It's a very fine cherry cider. Bees.
Which is, I'm pretty impressed that he was able to successfully make it taste like the cider since he hasn't had it yet.
I thought you would
Oh,
try
she
it.
offered you some.
You tried
Did
it.
I try?
Yep, you did try it. So, okay. So she then shuffles you out the door. Your friends are waiting for you. Lover boy. And she'll close the door behind you.
He'll go to say something and the door will slam. in
She
his
will
face.
definitely say it loud enough that if Zill is nearby, she heard it.
Oh, Zill definitely heard it.
Which means 6 heard it. 4 certain.
I think everyone
If I'm
heard
there,
it,
then I'm
technically.
just like, yeah, I'm just right there, like, well, she's got your number.
Zill is blushing fiercely.
I don't like my sister calling me that. That's just weird.
Anyway, I got this here cherry cider, or beer tasting like cherry cider, and it is right tasty.
Isn't it? That's what he made the my beverage taste like. Such a good flavor.
You know, at this point here, I think I'm not too concerned about how the alcohol tastes. I'm more concerned about how it gets you to that nice, relaxing buzz, where you can lean back in your chair, just kind of let your brain swim a bit, not worry too much about nothing.
Well, the original alcohol was just a super stout beer.
Yeah, well, it only takes so much for a
like
halfling.
like a dark beer. So
It
like
takes a lot for a halfling.
kind of like it's probably a Guinness is probably the closest beer.
Hmm.
So it's like a dark.
So I also imagine
So they
that
burnt
Beast
the
is
hops.
Beast is probably half like pre-gamed like during this entire trip.
Well, you guys did like down tankards in the tavern. Like I
That's-
guess that
that's true.
technically was over like an hour that you guys were drinking. Before Zoe, like it would have been about 30 minutes until Zoe showed up at the tavern, and then about 30 minutes of hanging out in the tavern with her.
So at least 12 beers. Got it.
Lol.
Yeah.
So yeah. How long do we plan on staying in town?
7.
The ship sails out tomorrow,
Okay.
so you have the evening.
Is there anything anyone wants? Why are you rubbing a fork on me? I'm being forked, guys.
I just want to fork you right.
Apparently he's forking me. Not on stream, baby. Yeah, no, we Zilla's had a hell of a roller coaster today. Zilla's ready to go curl up and take a nap.
Yeah.
And she will relay as much. She's also mildly inebriated. Actually, I want to see how inebriated she is.
How inebriated Zill is?
Oh, she got a 21 con. She's not that inebriated.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You held it pretty well. You've been drinking a lot more recently, so you're starting to build up a bit of a tolerance.
Yay! I also have a +7 to my con saves. It helps.
Even without a paladin next to you.
Mm. Anyway, Zill's vote is for going back to the ship.
Okay. So you guys make your way back to the ship.
Unless anyone objects.
Dion vehemently agrees.
Okay.
Yeah, back to the ship.
If you guys want to buy
Yeah.
anything while you're in town, now's the time. Just a heads up.
Oh man.
How much gold do I
You,
have?
I know there was a lot that
I don't-
happened, but like you guys haven't been in a proper town to buy things in a while.
It's true. Zill has money, and Zill makes it known that if anyone needs money, she's been holding on to the party's money, so let her know if you need it.
Oh, I
I
have.
was gonna say I only have 50 gold.
I was gonna say, and she has 180. No, 100.
She has
1,000.
she has enough.
I have a lot. I have several hundred. I have about 1,000 gold plus.
I mean, I have
Plus
mine
objects
like
worth
on
gold.
my
And objects to
D&D.
sell.
Beyond. I've got mine listed
like
in D&D.
Dawnbringer.
Do I need to get rid of that or?
Your gold value?
Yeah.
No, she's had.
That's gold that you have
Already gold?
specifically taken.
She's been
Okay.
keeping track of it.
I just didn't know if she meant like literally
We
all
all
of it.
have our own like.
Like
No, you have some. but
occasionally you guys divvied up gold. And
Yeah.
she took it out
When
of her
she-
party fund.
Yeah, I've been keeping track. I did remember there was something that I wanted to do. Before
What was
that.
going on in the background?
No idea.
I don't know whose house that was.
That was mine.
That was your house.
Is your house?
Oh, that
In
was.
the middle of the
Yeah,
street.
I recognize
Your
my brother's voice. Yeah,
Lol.
I can tell that was him now. Now that I think about
I don't
it.
know how much is some magical armor.
Like what kind of magical armor?
Like medium, like breastplate. I don't know what's
the
available.
shit is going on?
One of my
don't wanna
roommates is
know.
dying, I think.
Ah, yes.
Oh well, you should leave them be in peace then. Let them
Rip.
rest in peace. Let
I
them
need to
rip.
go here. So you want
Go
you're
save
looking for armor specifically?
Yes.
Okay.
Or just wondrous items that would benefit me.
This is a metropolis.
You're a metropolis.
Dion legit has nothing that enhances his combat magically, so he would like something. I mean, he does have Gulder's bubble pipe, but it's hard to whip that out in mid combat.
Lol. Flip it out.
Okay. Okay. So you're heading down the street, and a shop appears, like a little hanging pedestal that has.
It just appears like out of thin air.
That's what I was gonna say.
It arrives like you come upon it. It's hanging.
Gross.
It's a shield that has a armor, like a set of armor carved out of the middle of it, and below it it says Heda Merrick's Armor and Shields, and it just kind of draws your attention, Dion.
Whose armor and shields?
Heo de Merrick.
Heo de Merrick. Dion doesn't go in there because he doesn't know how to say the guy's name.
Lol.
Jorak will go in there.
JK, he goes in.
I'm gonna have to mute for a sec, guys.
Okay. I wasn't muted.
Sorry. Rude.
Toot.
Why are you blowing raspberries?
It's not a raspberry. I had to fart out my mouth. Leave me alone.
Lol.
I'll take my headset off for a sec. Don't forget to say mean things about me.
Mean things. Mean things. Mean things. Mean things. Mean things.
I don't know why that voice sounded so creepy, but it did.
Mean things.
I'm not gonna murder you. I swear.
I'm not going to hurt you, I promise.
Holding a blood dripping knife.
Sounds like a doll, like one of those like.
Right? Exactly.
What? No.
It's a little freaking doll with
I
a
would
knife,
never.
a kitchen knife with blood dripping off of it.
I was just making milkshake.
Sleepy time, Mr. B.
I'm just making milkshakes. Don't mind the knife.
That was creepy. That was just what the fuck.
This is what I'm picturing.
Yep, 100%.
What's that from the Bioshock?
That's
game?
Bioshock as a little sister, yeah.
Yeah.
I hated Little Sisters.
I love them. I always saved them, and they were always super nice. And I was just like, "Aw."
Mhm.
And then I found out apparently that they're not nice if you don't save them. Like you
Oh,
can
they're
choose.
really
they'll
bad
get
if you don't
bad.
save them, yeah.
Like, why would you choose to hurt
And
them?
you either have to get, because they're scary as shit, they seem evil. You have to either save all of them or kill all of them to get the best, the proper benefits out of it.
Oh yeah, no, I always
If I
saved every
recall.
single one.
I don't remember what the benefit was. I just remember
It's
that.
the ending is different
Oh,
because I did the saving all of them.
I
Um,
never finished the game, unfortunately.
Me neither.
I beat the first one. I have all 3 of them, I
I
think.
beat all 3 of them. They're pretty
But
good.
I haven't beat the second one or the third one.
The third one is like 3 times longer than the other 2.
Yeah.
That one's really good.
All I know is Zorak. I know.
What's up?
When talking about charming people, Dion will recommend that the best way to get someone to do what you want is to ask them if they would kindly. But like, would you kindly?
Is everyone giving Zorak like charisma lessons now? I love it.
I think that was a joke.
It was definitely a joke.
Oh,
It was a Bioshock joke.
I'm back, guys. Sorry.
Hi, back guys.
Welcome back.
But if she didn't finish it, she just...
I mean, I don't think she's going to at this point if she hasn't.
Okay.
I might go back, but I'm not worried about spoilers. It's an old game.
I was also being vague on purpose.
That's okay.
So there was so there's the shop. That's where we were at. It's got a bunch of stained glass windows, and it's fairly brightly lit with what appears to be candlelight. And there's
Dion
actually
stares at the stained glass windows and squints for a sec, then shakes his head and goes in.
okay.
I go in with Dion.
What was that all about?
Nothing.
So inside you see displays of tons of different armor and shields. A lot of which actually look incredibly finely crafted. And standing at the far end is a slightly overweight female tiefling.
Oh.
Who definitely, like, she looks older, but she definitely looks like she's done her time out in the world. She looks traveled.
Not gonna lie, it would be
Hello.
really funny if you ran into Kaz right now. Like, I'm gonna go find her later.
Lol.
I mean, spoiler alert.
How far are we from that place at the moment?
We're in Vonsel Run.
Oh, so she is somewhere nearby then.
She's on
Yeah, she's on this continent at least.
Shit.
That's why I was.
That's I forgot we were in Vonsel Run when I said that earlier.
Yeah.
Anyway, hello. Just browsing at the moment.
So what's in here?
Okay. She'll be like, is there anything specific you're looking for?
Something that does not. I want something that offers the most protection without sacrificing agility, and something that doesn't make too much noise as well would be nice.
So what kind of armor is that you're looking for then?
Breastplate.
A breastplate?
Sorry, I sneezed a little bit there.
She'll be like, okay, well, I have 2 options for you. So you want the most protection with the most agility, right?
Correct.
So you're probably looking for some form of half plate or breastplate.
Correct.
I have this one over here. She'll walk you over and stop at. It's a pretty ornate piece of armor, and you notice that it's trimmed with a really fine, almost like mink fur. This one will increase, is magically increased armor. I could probably, let me see here. How much is this one? She'll walk back
Well,
over to her.
While this is going on, Zill would like to insight, like, glean anything from this person.
Okay.
So I get a feel about who this person, what this person,
What this person...
why this person. 17.
How this person?
How is
When this
Gamora?
person.
I'll do you one better.
Where
Why
is
is this person?
Why is Gamora? 17.
17? Okay.
Kind of getting a feel.
This person, this tiefling, is... They seem like they're comfortable. They definitely feel like this shop is something that they've done to retire.
Okay.
It's them sharing their passion, basically, kind of.
Sweet.
Their craftsmanship. Most craftsmen who come to Veilforge are here to sell their wares. It's usually very profitable because you're selling to champions who want the best, and your stuff gets promoted when your champions win.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just realized that we went to Widget's shop and didn't do any shopping.
yeah, you didn't shop.
I mean, we're still here.
I don't know if Zill would be comfortable going back. Anyway, sorry.
Shorak runs out of the
War
shop.
stories might.
Well, you did get something from their shop.
I
You
did get
did.
something from the shop. I didn't. That is true.
Really?
She'll be like,
No wealth
okay,
person?
so the breastplate I just showed you is 1,500 gold pieces, and I have some mithril plate, half plate.
What does the breastplate do?
It's more like durable, and it has added protection. Out of character, it's a +1.
Okay.
And then the mithril one
And
is
it's minky.
It's got mink fur on it. It's trimmed with mink
Yeah.
fur, so it's
Is minky.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
The other one is
Mithril half plate.
Anything special other than mithril?
it's engraved with a holy symbol of the god of the god of war, Cord.
Gotcha.
I think that's the one. Let me
Ooh, I
let me
could go
just
paladin.
let me confirm.
No need.
Cord. Yeah, Cord.
Cord.
I like Cord.
Ooh. I like Cord too. I want to strike an accord with Cord.
I don't like him nearly as much anymore.
Are there any shields, actually?
There are
That's
shields.
exactly what I'm looking for as well.
She points out
Looking at gifts for armor and
there's a shield she points out.
My stomach is making crazy noises.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can hear
Is-
that or not.
I did. I'm pretty sure I just heard it go.
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
There's a
Yep, I gotta pass up a 22.
there's one that's engraved with a bunch of runes that you kind of you understand that the runes are for an invulnerability magic that makes it more invulnerable. It's an added protection shield. There is
I don't know what that means.
Shield +1.
It's a +1 shield.
Okay.
Yes.
There's too many things that protection can be. So,
Yes.
and when something's an actual item of protection, it's different than plus 1 protection, so that's fine.
It's a condom.
Say a condom?
Condom of -1. -1, baby.
Mobile
Um,
suit condom.
There is
Ugh.
a set of shields that one of them is carved to look like a bullseye. Like it's got design that looks like a bullseye.
Ooh.
And
Stop trying to eat
That's
me.
an arrow catching
Got
shield.
it.
It
It
is.
is an arrow
That is
catching.
100% what it is.
that is an arrow
Oh.
catching shield. And there's another one that has like a webbing design on it, which is
Ooh.
also an arrow catching shield.
Shield of missile attraction.
Actually, I am fresh without a proper cloak as well. Is there anything of that variety?
Not in this shop. She only sells the shields and armor.
Shields and armor. Okay.
But there's also one more shield.
wait,
It's
there's-
in the shape of a tower, like with the crenellations and everything at the top of it. And there's actually even like a little window carved in it to make it look like
Lol.
a tower. And it's interesting because like you wouldn't think that would be practical, but it looks really cool.
Yeah.
That one's a
What's
sentinel
the
shield.
stuff? Oh.
It's a what?
Sentinel.
Sentinel.
Shield.
Nice.
Actually, as a player, forgetting what Sentinel Shield does.
Advantage on initiative and wisdom's checks.
Mm.
So I think I pull the team aside, and I'll like just ask them. I'm like, guys, I've got this flame sword, and with Iron Fang being sort of my new weapon, I don't know. Should I trade this in for maybe a better shield, or what do you guys think?
Can you wield a shield with Iron Fang?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
It's a one-handed, but it's versatile, so I have been
You
using a
could.
shield.
Gotcha. I think that would be an excellent idea if you're not using the flame one.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's sword did me well, but I think it's time to move on. Zorak's looking kind of broken up about this.
The 3 months that you've had it.
Yeah.
I will not tell you what to do.
I'm just asking for advice. I wasn't asking
No, that's
for
what I
orders.
mean. I don't know.
I
I
can't.
could not say which would be best. That is to cast aside a weapon.
Zill
Is a very
looks at
personal
you.
choice.
Zill looks at you with Dawn on her hand on Dawn.
Dawn will actually say something to you, Zil,
Mm-hmm.
and be like, "Damn right,
Prick.
you little prick."
Wow, she's
She's pissed.
for the holiest of holy weapons, she sure has a mouth.
She is pissed. You literally like rescued her from the darkness, and then you literally threw her on the ground in the middle of the night in a forest and walked away.
Yeah, well, when people are suicidal, they'll do stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the thing.
No, she's mad at you.
Anyway,
Out of character, I'm not sure I want to give it up just because it's a 2d6, and does an
Yep.
additional 2d6 flame damage on top of that.
Yep.
So I'm not sure, if there's
Is it a
ever a
great
time where I
sword?
need to
The-
do.
lots
Yeah,
of
it's a
fire
great sword.
damage.
It does
yeah.
a lot of fire damage. Does just a
It
lot
could
of
very
normal
well
damage.
come in handy in the future.
Yeah.
having
Shit.
an extra weapon is not a bad idea.
As long as you can carry it.
Yeah, I can carry it. It's just it is taking up an attunement spot. I'm full. If I picked something else up that required attunement, I couldn't attune to it because I'm fully attuned right now with the Detection, amulet, flame tongue, and iron fang.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Well, it's
But-
up to you.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep. Damn it! I really wanted a new shield, but I'm good. My AC is already 20 right now with the shield, so I'm good. And from here on out, I just sort of like walk around the store looking at like really cool shields, kind of
Do you
dejected.
need
I
money?
might be back. And I
She'll nod. Okay. She'll be like, okay. And then you'll move on.
I want to see if there's like a wondrous item shop. I'm looking for like cloaks or rings or amulets of. Oh, I already have an amulet. I'm looking for like cloaks or rings.
Okay.
We all have amulets.
Mm-hmm.
Amulet.
I'm not allowed to take mine off, Mom.
Correct.
You're not. You're definitely not.
I mean, unless you want us all to get assassinated.
Right?
Oh, I take mine off.
All right, Dion.
So fast.
Okay. So you want to find a place that would sell cloaks. Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me. Just to see if you can figure out a shop.
I'll give him advantage.
Okay.
16.
16? Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to find some. What cloak are you looking for specifically? Did you have one in mind?
I mean, a cloak of protection would be phenomenal, but honestly, I want something with a little more flavor to it. Dion wouldn't necessarily know. I didn't have a very specific.
Chocolate cloak of protection.
Yeah, exactly.
He eats it.
No, dogs are allergic to
Literally made of
chocolate. Dogs can't eat chocolate.
You don't eat your cape.
It's more of like a
Okay.
cocoa.
Okay.
heart attack.
Okay.
Fine, grape skin then.
Ugh.
Ooh, you know what'd be cool? Displacer.
That would be really cool.
But it's probably out of my budget.
Okay. So
Especially if you're using sane magic item prices, because that shit's expensive.
Yeah.
is
Because it
expensive
doesn't
in there?
account. Everything is expensive in there, for the most part. Like they unless you're giving the party lots of gold, they're never going to be able to buy anything with the sane magic item prices.
Yep.
And we don't have lots of gold. We are definitely under golded for our level.
Yep.
We have any stuff
We should
collected
each
for
have
sale?
like
We should-
10k plus for sane magic item prices at this level.
Yeah. At level 10, definitely.
Yep.
I do have some stuff to sell, but not that much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we might as well do that while we're doing this.
Well, yeah, and that was one of the things once we're at this
Just
wondrous
like
place.
not complaining about the amount of gold we have, just saying that if you're using the same magic item prices, we're never going to be able to buy anything.
Yeah. I get it.
Which is fine if you're going to be bestowing stuff on us like you do.
I didn't click that.
I don't believe you.
What are you
I
trying
didn't-
to do with it?
I'm trying to intimidate the store owner to give us what we want, and no, I
Silver.
genuinely
I'm trying to
didn't click
scare
that.
them into having the things that I want.
I clicked out of it. Like,
Well,
that's weird. Because I was looking
You're
at like
weird.
intimidation and what that was, and I clicked out, and it. I don't know why that happened. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You should be. I'm surprised no one said anything about the private conversation thing. Because I'd never seen that before and I lulled.
oh, I loved it.
Oh.
I chuckled.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
Isn't that
Sorry, I'm just trying to like.
Get Smart?
Oh, you're good.
The
Is that the original Get
Let's see.
Smart?
Yeah.
I think so.
That makes
Get Smart.
sense. That definitely has the Get Smart vibe.
That's
Yep.
I have seen that before. That's why I didn't react because that's a
It's- anytime someone says you will be or you should be, this goes in my head.
Oh, no.
So that's the cone of silence. It's
I think so.
but it's like the it's
super
like a
low tech.
yeah, it's like a plastic dumbbell or barbell rather. Right? Barbell's the long one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's honestly it's like halfway in between. It's like a
Oh,
dumbbell
the-
for like a giant.
It's the portable cone of silence, not the cone of silence, because the cone of silence is a giant thing they had to like get into. That's the portable cone of silence.
Gotcha.
I googled it.
Lol.
You googled it.
A first time Google.
That's the first time you've ever googled.
Cone of silence.
You didn't have to Google how to Google.
No, I've done that before. I graduated from college and plagiarized most things.
I mean, that's how you do it.
I'm just kidding. YouTube, I would never do that.
Oh, all of my D&D content creation is 1000% original. Just so y'all know. I
Well,
made it 10 times.
Bob's gonna turn you guys in. You better stop.
That's
Hi,
why
Bob!
Bob's
I
a
thought we had a
dick.
connection.
Dan is dead.
He's looking stuff up.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't realize you would want a cloak, and my little
Well-
handy quick thing does not have a cloak section.
Oh no.
You didn't think that Trevor Belmont would want a cloak to whip around?
I mean, wow.
Swish.
Who's it talking
Zill is so decked out in magic items right now.
Right?
And the
I
best
need
part is, like,
to-
I have multiple swords. Like, I have, besides Dawnbringer, I have the Blade of the Medusas, and the Manual of Flesh Golem, the Manual of Iron Golem, the Polymorph Blade, and
Zill
a
just sounds like a walking armory right
spider
now.
staff.
Every step she takes is like clink, 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 clink,
Okay.
clink. She sounds like a dwarven plate armor
So you guys are walking down.
wearing bells.
You guys are
Yeah.
walking down the street, and you see a store's windows, and there's a couple cloaks draped over mannequins in the windows. And it looks promising. The name on the building is Fostra's Enchanted Emporium.
Ooh.
I
Zill,
like it.
please.
You're going in.
Yes.
I just stare for an hour. Yeah, go on.
So when you go in, there is a male halfling walking around, straightening cloaks on displays, and just kind of
Hi,
like
bees.
fussing around with them.
You know.
And he'll glance over and go like, "Oh, greetings! I'm Fostra, Bop Hill. Do you happen to have any monster teeth for sale?"
Monster teeth.
Yes.
Let me check my bag.
Well, now, if you do that there trick that you can do, we can go ahead and pull some of your own.
Zill
I
slaps
stare
him.
daggers at him.
Zill slaps him in the shoulder.
I'm just saying.
I make sure Dion doesn't look at me.
You make sure I don't look at you. Do you like hold my face away?
No, but if he
Like-
does look at me, he's getting a hard shove.
Monster.
Now I must say,
no,
I
I
do
don't.
very much appreciate your accent there. So where you from?
You sexy thing.
He'll be like, I came down from Bluevale.
Oh, that's a right nice place. I myself am from a little bit more south of the border.
He'll just nod.
I'm
and be
taking
like,
notes again.
Right. I have no monster teeth.
Darn it.
Is Zill with me?
Yes, Zill's.
Does Zill have
Zip-
monster teeth?
Zill does not have monster teeth. Zill is.
Sorry, I forgot to defang the last werewolves I killed before they died.
Werewolves. Ooh. Well, if
How
you
many
ever,
was that?
if you ever
Five?
do,
Something like that, yeah.
Yes.
well, next time, if you ever coming around here again and want to dispose of said teeth, I'll give you a silver coin for each one.
Dion would know. If you defang a werewolf and then they die, do the fangs turn into like regular human canines? Or whatever race they were?
Lol.
Once they've been separated, they remain as wolf teeth.
Gotcha.
Zill
I
is
don't. I
subconsciously
do
licking
have
her own teeth.
chamomile tea, though.
I don't care about tea. I just want the teeth.
Hmm.
You'll definitely see glass jars along the back wall of the shop that are full of different kinds of assorted teeth.
I would like
All
to get a
shapes
read
and
on
sizes.
this guy.
Now
This
this
guy
is a
collects
sort of a morbid habit or hobby, I suppose you could say that you've acquired for yourself. Is this out of some sort of alchemical desire to create some sort of specific potions or magic items of some sort?
Oh yes, they are. A lot of different types of teeth can be used to make all kinds of cool enchantments for different cloaks. Like, say, creatures that have tougher hides, if you use their teeth, you can create cloaks of protection, like this fine one right over here. Then,
Don't mind my erection.
if you get something that has, like, if you find, like, feathered animals that, and you collect their teeth, which is really rare,
Feathered
like,
animals. with
usually
teeth.
you just have to collect their beaks. Those comes pretty quickly. But you can create these cool cloaks that just billow in the wind. Like that one over there, and he points, and you see a cloak that's just kind of like billowing on its stand. I do have one adventurer did bring me some displacer beast teeth, and I just recently finished this displacement cloak.
Ooh.
It's displayed in the center of the back room. I do have some other more Fey style teeth from like Fey creatures tend to bring the ability to do cloaks of elven kind, which I think I have 2 of those. And there's just so many different uses for teeth in cloak making.
I would
I
not have
didn't know
thought
that.
teeth being the primary ingredient, but that's good to know.
Well,
I'll
all
keep
of
that
my
in mind.
cloaks here are made with teeth. And you now kind of
I
look,
do.
and there are like teeth like actually like stitched onto some of the cloaks that you see.
Actually, I forgot. I do have one tooth from the fabled wood giant, and I pull out my wooden dagger.
Lol.
Wood giant? I've never heard of that before.
Zorak deep gasps.
Are you trying to deceptive?
No, I'm totally playing. I've got like a smirk on my face, and
Okay.
Deceive her.
then I'm sorry. I thought it would be funny, and I put the dagger away.
He'll be like, oh, okay.
Do you need me to give you lessons on when it is and is not okay to make these sorts of social blunders?
No, thank you.
Because I think you'd need that.
I looked so disappointed. Like at the thought that like Dion like could have possibly joined
Sorry.
like
I
charisma classes
couldn't-
with me.
I mean, I started as a charisma class. I have charisma.
I'm just so disappointed.
My charisma is mostly used for intimidation purposes.
And now he's being a silly.
Yes, I'm trying to laugh away the pain.
He's just being a silly bitch.
Yep. Dan's like, the shopkeep will remember this.
Zill will pull him aside.
Oh, geez, no, that gif is terrible. Get rid of it. Ah, no.
I hate that one. I hate it so much.
Ah.
Zill will pull him
Oh, I
aside
can do
and
it.
say,
Ah, boom.
I may not have teeth, but I do have some items that perhaps would be of interest to you, and I would like to try and sell any of the... I have like a ceremonial wand, I have several gemstones, some necklaces, anything.
Dion is checking out the displacer cloak. Does it move? Like when I try to touch it, is it not where I thought it was going to be?
It kind of has like a shifty, shimmery look to it.
It's shifty.
Lol.
Dion would like to get Swifty. How much would it cost for me to get Swifty?
To get Swifty.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what class do you guys think Taco Belmont would be?
Warlock.
Probably Punadin.
Lol.
Okay.
Oh, holy crap! That's.
Right? Like we were
Are
saying.
you looking at sane magic item prices?
I was just looking at some like magic item prices for it, and I was like, damn.
So look at like the DMG recommended price, and then look at like for the rarity, and then look at the same magic item price, and there will be a drastic difference.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna pull up the Dungeon Master for this one.
Zill would also like to try and sell some of the gems and stuff in our inventory.
Okay. Our prices. Ooh. So many things. Oh yeah, that is ridiculous.
Right. Sane magical items is bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're running like giving the players tons of money.
Yeah.
Right. Or unless you don't want them to have magic items.
Because the DMG will actually recommend that you give way more gold out than most DMs do.
Yeah. Okay.
Does the Swifty cloak, does it look like a white lab coat?
Oh god.
White lab
Please.
coat.
Yeah, would I get this?
No.
He's making a
I know.
reference.
I know what you're.
I figured he knew what reference it
I
was.
totally know what you're talking about.
I will also take that Doctor Strange cape. 1,000%. We'll take that.
Book of Flying. Book of Flying.
It's actually based on something. I think it's our actual D&D. Like Doctor Strange has tons of D&D references.
Nerd.
Yeah. But so are you asking about the Displacer cloak's price?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yes.
He'll be like, well, He'll ponder for a minute. He'll walk around. He'll kind of go up to the cloak and he'll kind of just like put his hand on it and kind of like caress it.
I'm imagining there is like a price tag above it, and it's just like spinning until he says the price.
And then he walks back over and he picks up a jar and he kind of rattles it. There's definitely teeth in this jar, and he's like rattling it to kind of like look, and then he stops and like
Dan subconsciously licks his teeth.
he's like counting
So
them.
does Zil.
Like it's like he's counting them. And then he'll set the jar down and go. He'll reach up, pick another jar, rattle
See him
it.
rolling.
No, he'll rattle it, and then he'll start like counting them, and then he'll set it down. He'll be like, 2,000.
I will get back to you. And he looks at Zill.
Zil is, and has for the last like in-game 10 minutes, been trying to sell some of her
Yes.
gemstones and stuff.
Yes. You have the prices for the gemstones, right?
I do.
Okay.
I also have I have a few gemstones, nothing compared to what she's got.
Okay.
I'm just gonna copy and paste it.
Perfect.
Just don't dish diamonds.
And notes, probably.
Nope. I have a very specific section for my diamond.
Shine bright like one.
That is what I currently have to sell.
Okay.
The big number in the parentheses is how much altogether they would cost.
Yeah.
Unless there's only one, obviously.
Okay. So you're trying to sell it to this guy? Or did you want to just, like, today...
Just today.
Okay. Go ahead and make me 3 persuasion checks.
Okay.
Does Jorak give her advantage?
Sure.
Lol.
I'm trying to picture that
Okay.
shopping episode in my head.
So, natural... do I get advantage? That's the question.
Yeah, you can have advantage. I'll let you have
Natural 20, 17, and 24.
Okay.
I need a rattle that helps me determine prices of things.
I just imagined you with a baby rattle.
More like a maraca. The ones that go chick chicka boom, chick chicka boom.
Ooh. Do not get that other... For some reason, you doing that, now I have the other song stuck in my head.
Really?
And now it's stuck in yours.
I'm the king of the rumba beat. When I shake the maracas, they go chick chicka boom, chick chicka boom.
I love you so much.
Okay. You'll manage to round up 1,750 gold.
1,750.
And all
you
you've sold
that gold.
You've sold all of your items.
Okay. 1,750. Add. I definitely have enough for that cloak. But we should try and haggle it down. Do.
Okay.
I don't actually remember how to spell maraca.
How
The hell,
many?
brain.
How many spells? Oh, we have 5 left in Ramita's book. Okay. Can I sell individual spells? Because I've been taking notes and decoding them.
You could probably find someone to buy the whole spell book.
Okay. I'll hold off until I've learned the other spells.
This is how I'm picturing the person determining the prices.
Oh my god.
He's a little eccentric.
Okay. Dan, I think with all of this, I believe we have plenty to buy that cloak, though perhaps we could haggle with him a bit.
You're much better at that than I am.
Well, you're not wrong.
My version of it is like less. I want it for less. And then they go more, and I go How about the normal price? So let's go with your method.
She's giggling and I'm giggling. Okay. Yeah, with back to the cloak guy, Zil would like to haggle. I am too tired IRL to give you clever haggling. Can I please roll for haggling?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can someone give me assist?
Jorak?
Shirak, would you like to assist me?
This will be a good lesson
Sure.
for you, son.
Yeah, let's do some charisma.
Hell yeah.
He needs to
With
practice.
advantage, I've got
Yeah.
a 23 persuasion.
23?
I got a 23 haggling check.
Okay. Gotcha. So you guys will have your exchange. He'll be like, he'll look around and be like, he'll turn around and he'll like pick up a couple other jars and rattle them and like count. Like you can hear him like counting like in his head or like out loud like under his breath. Like
Yeah.
he's counting how many. Like he picks up different jars every time, and he'll be like, let's be really quiet for an awkwardly amount of time.
Zill's totally okay with it. Just quietly smiling at him.
Bees will just like start mildly strumming at his lyre, just looking for something to do.
He'll immediately go, quiet! I'm thinking.
All right there. All right.
And he'll be like, he'll turn around and go, give me that wooden giant's tooth, and I'll cut 200 off.
Did they believe me? I ask you as a player, not in character.
You don't know.
I love it.
Dion looks at his wooden dagger that's made from really nice wood.
Just throw in the
Sure.
goddamn.
Or your orc friend here could give me his tusks. Those look.
Dion was handing the dagger over, and then he pulls it back just half an inch and looks over at.
I shoved Dion hard.
Well, hang on there, sir. I have a very, very, very serious question for you here. You said that you were proprietor of Monster Teeth. Now, I am hoping here that your their insinuations is important towards having our fair Jorak here under that same category. Now, was it?
No. I am a proprietor of teeth of all sorts, not just monster
All right,
teeth.
now here's the thing. What magical properties do regular people's teeth have?
Well,
Well,
funny you ask.
Well, the
Oh.
people of the orc variety tend to be really resilient. So there might be some property that I can extract from them. I don't know. I've never tried.
I pull Troy's aside. It's like, you gotta be careful. This guy's like the tooth fairy, except he's gonna take those teeth whether you want to give it to him or not.
Zill,
I pull a bag I pull like a small pouch out of my bag that has my baby tusks in them that I've carried since. I'm kidding. I don't know. I'm just joking.
I was gonna be like, this is a hell of a pull.
Zill will very, very quietly whisper to Dion, wonder what ASMR teeth would do.
Oh, what about werewolf ASMR teeth?
Werewolf
Right?
ASMR teeth.
No, she does not actually say that.
Next, we'll just tell him that he does not have teeth.
Well, now hang on a second here.
Yeah, how much would they give for the full?
He'll
mouth
look at
of-
you and be
of
like,
Zillion Arios.
but you're a machine. Don't gears have teeth on them?
Nah, you're just taking the piss out of us now, aren't
What
you?
is a gear?
No, I've still got all mine.
Okay. Now, hang on, sir. I'm
Are you
sorry. What
giving
was
him
your
the
Mine's
dagger?
name?
worries. What?
Are you giving him the dagger?
Yeah. His hand is outstretched with the dagger in it.
Okay.
Sweet. I'll do the 18.
He's
It looks
being a little
actually slightly
hesitant, like
emotional for him.
waiting to see if Jorak will offer his teeth.
I just stare at him.
But
I'm
he'll
going to say that's probably a no.
he'll eventually just like take the dagger, and then he'll reach out and he'll do all the counting of the money, and he'll be like, "Okay, cloak yours."
Excellent. Cloak.
Now, just out of curiosity here, do you happen to know what halfling teeth have effects on?
It depends on the halfling.
All right, secondary question. Could you open your mouth for me real quick?
He opens his mouth, and like every other tooth is missing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Well, out of curiosity then, what do your teeth specifically do?
My teeth?
Your teeth.
My teeth.
Your
Chew
teeth.
my food.
What did they do? What did they do?
Must have been really worth it, huh?
You have to start somewhere.
I guess you're right. Oh. Shit. All right.
Dion has a displacer cloak.
How much do I need to?
I already gave the money.
Oh, okay.
Zill has absolutely zero problem paying for things for her party.
Okay. Anything else this evening, guys? For shopping wise? That you're looking for specifically?
No. Zill's good.
No.
Okay.
Rar.
Cloak of Displacement.
Okay.
Sweet.
Cool.
Who is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So I'm gonna assume that you guys make it back to the ship now.
Okay.
Are Mud
Do you
and
need to
Everin
go
still
talk
around?
to what's her face again? Or
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry that took so long, guys.
Yeah, I'm
That's
still
alright.
here.
I'm not.
So what are you guys doing when they get back to the ship?
Each other.
I'm just like sitting there with a bowl of popcorn. Just, watching the tide.
Yeah. The fireworks show
stoic.
that happened. That was
Oh
the
no,
same
I'm
day.
I don't really give a shit about that anymore.
Does
Lost my appeal.
does anyone have a dagger I could buy off them or trade?
Zill just kind of reaches into her bag and hands him the +1 dagger that she's been carrying.
Oh,
The
thank you.
spider one.
Yeah,
Uh,
the one.
you would
Or no,
know
this is
the
the one we got in the
six
sunken
daggers.
in the temple.
Okay, yeah,
that
it's
flooded.
a spider dagger. It has a
Yeah.
like spider on it, and it's
It's a +1 dagger.
Cool. Thank you.
I was gonna throw a
You
hand
didn't say
at
cool,
him.
but that's not the same thing. Sorry, I don't like only having 12.
She chuckles.
Oh,
Six
that's
hands, 4
weird.
daggers.
'Cause
Do you?
13 is such an awful number.
You take that back.
He's not joking. He's dead serious.
Aren't you the 13th sibling?
13.
I am.
Yep.
Yes, I am the 13th.
Okay.
I am the 13th child, and I have 13 siblings.
And you're the 7th son of a 7th son?
Shh, Dion doesn't know that.
Wait, is that...
No.
Yeah, Dion doesn't know that.
Oh. I was joking. I didn't realize that was
So-
canon. I mean, I know we had joked about it.
Okay.
I don't know if the DM remembered that that's canon.
I did. I just
Okay,
am trying to find a way to integrate it.
that's fair.
Yay for fun.
I expected that one to
lineage.
be a slow burn anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
I have a couple ideas. I just haven't gotten there yet. I haven't had the
Mhm.
inspiration.
I get it.
anyway,
Hellfire dagger. There it is.
that night, Zill would like to have a conversation with Dawn.
Okay.
I'm not sure I have the wherewithal to roleplay it directly, but basically it's a conversation about you really shouldn't be so mad at Dion. Yes, what he did was crappy, but you have to take into consideration the mental state he was in and blah, 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 blah. And basically just be like, it's okay. Chill, please.
You've been mad for like 2 months now.
It's true. Yeah, it's like, look, I get it. But he was going through some shit.
It has been like 2 months, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have been on the sea for 2 months.
Oh, then it's been like 3.
So,
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
because you guys
so-
spent about a month traveling from across Sulfura. Or close
Yeah.
to.
Huh.
Yep.
So yeah. Still would like to have that conversation.
Okay. Cool. We can do that next session if you, or we can
that
do it,
probably
or
be-
we can just do it out of session. some point.
I mean, I don't need to. I don't. Yeah.
But yeah,
Not
if
right now.
if you want to do that, we can.
Yeah.
She probably would cool down a bit. She's still a little
I'm-
hurt
Yeah, that's understandable, but
because he did promise that he was going to, like, be there for her after he rescued her.
he's still there for you. He just needed some time to take care of himself, and that's
So.
what he's doing now.
Zil just be like,
Down a bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do we want to do you guys want to do anything this evening, or do we want to just head off the next morning?
I
I'm ready to head
think,
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think as soon as morning comes, we should run.
So, yeah. Okay, so you guys bunk down for the night.
Yarp.
I think the full moon would be this week.
Oh. Okay,
Just to let you know.
I'm okay with that.
Dun.
I mean, as long as we are on the ship when it happens, Zill's okay
Yes.
with that.
It would happen during this week.
Okay.
Just based on your travel pattern. It would have happened the week before you got to Veilforge,
But Boone,
but because you got the boon from Umberlee, travel
Sweet.
sped up.
okay.
So, so let's roleplay this week of travel to the Sun Empire.
Zill's going to spend the next 7 days working on Ramita's book.
Go ahead and make some Arcana checks.
So many Arcana checks. Does I get advantage on any of them? Oh my god.
Um,
I got a 12, a 15, a 12, a 7, a 19, and a 20.
okay, so
I've got a better idea for you, Jorak. Don't mind me, DM.
let me get in there real quick.
Can I spend my week chatting
No.
with Dion about if he has attractive brothers or sisters? Because he is the prettiest one on the ship, but he denies my every advance.
Yeah, if you want to.
Lol.
Okay, so you managed to get 3 spells. So
I got you,
roll,
Jorak. Here you go.
roll,
3d5.
You gotta use that for your
Appreciate that.
character art.
100%.
re-roll a 1.
Save image as.
I can do that
Damn it.
as that one will count as 5 because
Can we please
Oh my
do
God.
a one shot?
I'll just
when we
count it
only have
as
3
5.
of us?
That's fine.
As these 3?
100%.
Done. Deal.
As what 3?
Absolutely.
I'll hold 1 sec.
Did you put it in general or
I'll put it in general.
Alucardo.
Actually, I'm gonna put it in
Okay, so you
Reactions?
learn
reactions.
detect magic.
Yeah! Detect magic.
Identify.
I think I already technically know identify.
I think
Yeah.
Jorag
And
wants to be Taco Belmont.
mage
so he's
armor.
gonna... I'll be Alucado.
Detect.
I have to be
magic,
Taco Bellman at this point.
Right, you've made a joke so many times. You've got to be.
Identify.
That will be our special after we complete this session one-shot reward.
It's every.
Oh no! After we
game
campaign. After we
Yeah.
finish
every
this campaign.
game has to have one weird fantasy food related.
Yep. We'll do
One
that.
shot.
We'll do that as the finale for this campaign. After we
Lol.
finish this.
Whether it be
The finale, for some reason, right as
gummy
we're like
bear, gummy
saving the
owlbears.
world, we all turn into food-based characters, and
Mhm.
I mean, Karos has already had it. Zazap's already had it.
This is true.
Now we just need Lay to have it
I'll write one.
for the trifecta.
We gotta
I've
figure
got my
out.
character for
We
it.
gotta
so.
figure out. Oh, I totally have the perfect way for it to happen, and it'll work even better because 6 will be the one doing it.
What?
I'll talk to you about it
Okay.
later.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Do you?
Yes.
Message.
I'm
me.
gonna have to find more of them for puns. More characters from the show.
Apparently, I already knew identify.
Yeah, don't you get it as your
This is something else.
Oh. Oh, you get it from one of your items, don't you?
Wait, what?
Identify asterisk.
Down
Oh,
here,
wait.
yeah, that's I just learned it, but apparently
Oh,
I already
okay.
somehow I already had it. I think I learned it from something else before because I've been identifying things already. But whatever, it's good. I got it. We're great. Anyway, that leaves me with 3 more spells left, or 2 more spells in the book.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
You know, now that everyone's got, coronavirus and we have to practice like isolationism, I think
Lol.
Patrick Rothfuss should finish his book.
Lol. Whoa.
I wish I
Sorry,
knew what
it
you were
was
talking about.
Patrick Rothfuss.
Butts.
Nope, no clue. I'm gonna go look it up.
Oh my
No,
God.
that's not it. It might have something to do with that, maybe, but no.
Anyway, Zil would also like to
Oh my gosh! it's
turn into a werewolf.
'Kay.
Zil likes being a werewolf, it turns out.
Cool.
There, wolf.
Here, wolf.
What?
Why, wolf? Oh, let's talk.
I didn't know that was a real game.
It is. Well, he created it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know that he created it.
University edition.
I like it.
Is 6 going to do any memories this week-long travel?
Oh,
You haven't opened them for a while. I know.
haven't even looked at it.
I would like to do some charisma training with bees whenever I can.
I would
Cool.
like to tell Bees to fuck off when he asks about my pretty siblings.
Oh, that would be Mud.
That was Mud.
That was-
but-
that
Oh,
was
that was
Mud.
Mud? My
that
bad.
was definitely me.
So what it is that when Mud is told to fuck off, I pull him aside and tell him, well, now here's the thing. There is this one that we did just meet up on the harbor there. And,
Don't you have this guy's self?
Oh, speaking of which, I just got this fancy magical dagger.
I like that quaint. Anyway, so his sister's name is Zoe, and she is a looker.
It's really sharp, and
It's a shame that you kind of need at least, a few of us to fly the ship here. Now, anyway, like I was saying with the hot sister and the whatnot, she's a bit of a fiery sort of vixen. Will definitely not take any of your shit. But I gotta say, that is a very charming feature.
I agree
You know what? You're
entirely.
right. I am
More of a
not
challenge.
afraid that she will have any problems with you. So,
Then
know
why
what?
do you
Have
look
at it.
nervous?
I don't.
Good.
Think
Then why are you ringing it up?
He's like, try it. Dion, I think Dion's like, try it, right? I want to watch you try
Dion
it.
basically just turned around on a dime and he's like, actually, just try.
So by all means, poke that bear.
He realized, like, yeah, she's his little sister, but oh yeah, wait, no, she can handle herself.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be fine.
Yeah, but really, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
He'll die or
About
be
nothing,
castrated,
I'd wager.
or-
In this case here,
Like-
I really don't have the time to even bother with it.
Are we talking
So-
die, or are we talking head crushed between thighs kind of die?
No, I think we're talking bleeding out from genitalia kind of death.
That still sounds pretty good.
Wow.
I'd say that she's more trouble than she's worth. She's more of a slow burn sort of project there if you really want to get into it. But in that case, we might as well retire at that point. Not that that sounds like I have a bad idea. I'm not gonna lie, fellas. Sometimes I'm getting pretty tired of this whole spiel.
How do you get tired of drinking and sitting on a boat all day?
Well, I mean that I would like to actually have my feet on land at a more permanent sort of a venue, and then drink and laze about all day there instead.
Oh, would you look at that? That part of the ship is quiet. And Dion walks away.
Hey, come
Bill's
back. I
not
want to talk.
hysterical.
I want to talk about more things that make you uncomfortable.
Whoa.
Zorak is taking notes viciously.
No, Jory, actually, hang on. No, that was me taking the piss. Do not that thing right there. That is me.
Dion's got a hot sister. Zorak yells.
I feel like he's getting more awkward.
Ugh. I've ruined this man.
Bless his little heart.
Oh,
Sure,
man.
you lose to charisma.
Oh shit!
Perfect.
I can't be a paladin anymore.
Zill just runs around the ship as a wolf most of the time. Like actual full wolf now. She's just like, fuck it, I'm a dog. Not all the time, just like you'll find her lazing about in the sun.
Cool. Okay.
I just got this.
You just got it?
I just read this part.
Oh my god. Sorry, he's talking about something you guys can't see.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. Okay. What else you guys doing this week?
Who was I training with? Was it Mud?
Nope, it was bees.
It was Bees. I'm sorry, I keep getting your characters mixed up.
Yeah, I'm not that nice because you're not sleeping with me.
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping with anyone at the moment.
Yeah.
You mean during the day?
During the day, yeah.
He was a wolf.
So,
It's
But the
really
day is the
hard to
best time be
train.
sleeping with people.
It's really hard to.
Depends
ahead.
how much you're training.
so are you looking for more training vis-a-vis learning the pan flute?
Yeah, I think practicing bard magic would be good. Right now, I'm on cantrips,
Lol.
but I actually have spells that I haven't used yet, and I think it would be appropriate to keep practicing.
So I saw that you managed to try your hand of prestidigitation there, not but a bit earlier there. I think that there's something else we might want to have you try here. Let me just take a quick peek.
Dion boops him on the snoot and casts light.
Oh goodness, ain't that a thing?
You can always do that, you turd.
This is
Well,
true.
can you get? How do you get? Can you get it off? I don't stop.
He wants you to get off.
Do-
I think,
do you
I think right as they're saying this, Jorak is
Okay,
like about
but
to
it's
knock on the door to see if he wants to like some charisma practice, and then like just like slowly is walking away.
Now,
What
Dion, I
he's
need
saying to get it off.
Dion, I need you to get it off here. Now, I appreciate that you got it all over my face and whatnot. That's great, but I really need that off.
Huge wide eyes, slowly walking backwards, like arm like about to knock, like still in the position about to knock, like he's doing as much as he can to not make a noise.
Dion, I can't
get out of
see
there.
nothing, and it's kind of hurting my eyes.
Dion's like, he turns it off, but he's dying of silent laughter right now.
Thank you. That's very courteous of you. All right, now let me do you. And then
I fall backwards
Dion-
at this point.
Dion
I just
opens-
fall down.
So you guys all hear a giant crash right outside the room.
Yeah.
Dion opens the door, fully closed.
I'm just like scrambling, running away, like not looking behind me. Just like I fall onto my back, I like roll over and I run away.
Did you want to join us?
I yell as he, like at that point I'm yelling and running away.
Well, that's weird. I was just about to get the fingers out. I say
was-
with the mage hand in the fair.
What was that about? I closed the door.
I don't know, but anyway, I grasp the entire mage hand over across your face. I'm like, well, now we're even.
I like run
Can
to
I
the front of the
breathe?
ship and look out across the ocean.
Oh,
like,
Mage
what
Hand is
do I
incorporeal,
tell
right?
Zil?
So like I can breathe through it.
Yeah, you can.
I'm sorry, I totally talked over you. What'd you say, DJ?
It's like what am I gonna tell Zil? Like I'm thinking out, like looking out at the ocean, like right at the very front of the ship. Like how am I gonna tell her? Like
So,
this is gonna be
Zil,
awful
you
news.
probably
Jorak?
you definitely saw Jorak come. Like you heard him scream, and you heard him saw him
You
come
heard him
running,
scream and you saw him come.
and you saw him come running out of the ship.
Zil comes. Zil's in puppy form and runs over towards you.
I really don't want to roleplay this.
You got it.
Yeah, I have to now. I dug my own grave. I dug my own grave here. Okay.
This might work as charisma training. Who knows?
Jorak, are you okay?
DJ, are you okay?
He's very
she says
uncomfortable, Zil.
Yeah, I'm like I am like just looking out on the ocean, and then you say something to me, and I jar, like it's like I startles the shit out of me. Hey Zil.
Jorak, what's wrong?
So just nothing.
Feel the power of my magic
It's not nothing, Zil.
Jorak, you can tell me. And I'd rather you didn't lie about it.
I feel like this is Jorak's face right now.
I gotta look. 100%. I mean, I'm doing that in real life.
And Zil's the old guy, like, tell me your problems.
Yeah. She's like, it's okay. Like, just super comfortable, and I'm just like all balled up, like, so, like, no.
No, I just want her to pick you up and hold you like that.
Sorry, Zil does not have that kind of strength.
I know.
I was.
You can use the
There's.
PC real quick.
It's a complicated. Complicated.
I can make it taste good.
Oh, jeez.
Start with the beginning.
I'm not sure if it's my story to tell.
Zil is confused.
What do I need to roll to see if like Jorak is either gonna like just like straight up snitch on what he thought was going to like is he gonna like snitch, or is he
Will
going
say.
to
That would be a Wisdom save.
Wisdom?
Yeah, because there's not
Yeah.
like a willpower save in this game, but wisdom is like the closest equivalent.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Well, it depends on the situation because
Oh,
wisdom and charisma
dear.
can actually both.
I don't
both
even
for
know
that.
why that rolled twice.
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
true, it's
7.
true.
So the question
Lol.
is a low roll him hiding the truth and then like struggling with that hiding that?
I will
What
let
What
you
he wants
pick
to do?
that.
Does he want to keep it from her, or does he want to say it?
Yes.
I think based on what I said at the beginning of this is like, how am I going to tell Zill? What am I going to tell her? I think I probably would say. So I probably would. So I think I'll say. I was going over to practice with bees, and I was going to knock on the door. Dion and bees in there, and I think it was inappropriate. I'm not sure exactly what was happening. No.
Are you in
Something
danger
about bees,
or
and it was on his
injured?
face.
He had bees on his face?
Bees said something about something on his face, and he couldn't see, and and then they opened the door, and I ran away and yelled.
So you're not in danger?
No!
Well, that's the start. I think I'll go talk to them. Just stay safe, okay?
I go with her, and I look really tough when I go with her. Like bodyguard
Okay.
sort of scenario.
Zill will... You started this, Jorak.
I know, I hate it. I hate every second of it, but it's my own.
It is your own damn
As
fault.
you approach, you hear Beast say, "Well, now that's right impressive. Now, if you train yourself up a bit, we can eventually open that there dimension door if you catch my drift."
Does Zill know what that spell is? Does Zill know what he's talking about?
I was hoping you could help me with my fairy fire, actually.
All right. Well, I can go ahead and start with that. I'm not really familiar with that move, but
She rolled a 7.
7 Arcana. Natural 2.
You don't recall that spell.
So do I need to like stoke the flame or?
playing with fire is a little bit of that's a bit of an extreme maneuver. Only some people are very keen towards it. But lucky you, I myself am one who happens to be quite adverse to it. In fact, here, let me go ahead and do some heat
One
metal
moment.
for you.
Dion hides his arcane magic. Dion opens the door looking guilty because he's practicing arcane magic.
Rude.
What?
I mean...
Bees is like trying overly hard to look very casual, like just kind of like hand on cheek, like leaning towards the table while he's sitting down.
Dion's blushing.
Are you guys okay?
Hey, I
Jorak
appreciate that.
is...
Fine, totally fine. It's just fine, just the usual talk.
Okay, I can tell you're hiding something.
Yeah, I'm just shaking my head. Like, how fucking could you?
Inside check. These boys are up to something nasty.
Zill doesn't need the insight. She got passive 21
Oh,
insight.
shit!
I'm definitely hiding something.
I'm definitely hiding something. Okay. You know what? I'm going to leave it. And, Dion, let's talk later. And she just turns and walks away. She doesn't think you were doing anything naughty. She's just confused as to why you're hiding anything from her.
I'm not like actively hiding it. I'm just embarrassed and guilty.
Oh, yeah. I know that. Zill rolled a 13, which is almost as low as she can get. That's 2 natural 2s in a row, by the way.
Lol.
Zill's just gonna leave it and be like, "It's okay, Jorak. I don't think it's anything like you were thinking."
It didn't sound good.
Now, do you want me to get the unseen servant involved?
That could actually be quite helpful. And Dion casts hideous laughter on you.
You're not even gonna roll for it. You're just gonna.
Just gonna choose to fail. That is genuinely hideous, and Dion will stop concentrating on it immediately.
Now that was a right nice little thing that you got going on there. Now, if you had to have me make a will save,
What is that?
it's essentially like if I had tried to save myself against the willpower of another person. It's just how I refer to it. But honestly, I don't know if
Sounds
I
awfully
consider
meta.
myself one of the most wisdomatic sorts of people.
Wisdomatic?
Wisdomatic, yeah, that's one of them words that you learn when you hang around the halfling folk for long enough. At the very least, when you hang around the Lightfoot halflings.
Sounds like an automaton thing.
Very well, could be. Could always ask Six about that.
Maybe later. All right. I think that's enough for today. Apparently Zil needs to talk.
Oh yeah, I don't envy that, but hey, good luck to you.
Something seemed wrong. I don't know what was going on.
I mean, we were just practicing all matches in private. I mean, it's only a natural thing.
Oh yes, perfectly natural. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Zilla's in her room.
I'm sitting like casually, like on the deck, like that you'd have to walk past me to get to Zill's room. Just sitting casually and like sort of look like giving you like a smug, like, you bastard look.
Tian will just like frown, like, okay. And then
Bees actually is passing by on the same route, goes up to Jorak, puts a hand on the shoulder and says, now are you ready for your lessons? Now, I'm not speaking in canon. Jorak just kind of broke, but I need you to try and resolve this real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. And then I follow him in, and there is so much space, like an uncomfortable amount of space between us in your quarters. Like, I will not get anywhere near.
This is
Now,
so
are you
funny.
dressed comfortably?
I'm wearing the same thing I always wear.
Oh, fair enough. I just figured that maybe there was a difference between your venturing gear and your casual gear. I myself need to go ahead and take
Couldn't
this
read the
vest
text.
off. And I take off my leather vest in like a way that seems a little bit too much of a flourish, but that's just the way that Bees kind of does it, even if it intentionally looks a little bit like he's trying to show off.
It's just you can't but help naturally.
He also unbuttons 2 buttons on his undershirt, revealing a little bit of squiggly hair that's under on his chest.
I'm not saying anything, but I am making. Jorak is making those sounds.
And then Bees goes ahead and sits in the bed and says, "Now, Jorak,
if the bed is anywhere close to me, I move to be farther away."
That's fine. B says, I need you to make sure that you're nice and comfortable around me. Would you say that you are?
I just thumbs up. Like, I just give you a thumbs up. Yep. Mm-hmm.
B's seeing how this has been most of our communication thus far, it just kind of accept that at face value. Says, good. All right. Well, now in that case, we're going to do a little something that is kind of outside of our usual scope of things. Now, this is going to sound a little strange, but I feel as though that we have gotten to a point where we can probably give this a try, if you know what I mean. What I'd like you to do, and I will try this on you as well, but first, I'd like you to take the lead. I'd like you to try and woo me. This is strictly for practice. We don't have to do nothing too serious. Just treat me how you would try and woo just about any other person that you'd be attracted to.
I'm not sure quite ready for that lesson yet. Maybe just more like casual conversation today. Maybe.
All right. Would you like me to give a few examples of how I would go about doing such a thing?
Sure. That would be wonderful.
And then Bees, upon instantly hearing this approval, gets up onto his 2 feet and just like makes a no pun intended beeline for you. But it's like a very
So you are a liar. That was definitely pun intended.
Yeah, I know. But he's like kind of like making a more casual strut. Like he's definitely trying to be more flaunty, a little bit more fluid with his motions. And he says, well,
Drax's eyes are huge eyes, like terrified of like what's about to happen.
Well, now, sir, I couldn't help but notice that you've been staring at me with them big old beautiful eyes of yours for quite some time now. And within a person staring at me, I couldn't help but stares back, and I must say, you are quite the sight to see.
Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. And then I run out of the room.
What? Hey, we still got a normal practice to do. Oh. What a weird. Everybody's acting so strange now. I'm just going to sleep. Fuck this. Can't get nothing done.
That was beautiful.
Okay. Zill and Dion.
Zill's sitting in the room. Does Dion show up?
Sorry.
I'm muting myself. I know I'm gonna laugh really hard.
I don't even know how to have this conversation. Knock, knock.
Hello?
Is it me you're looking for?
Oh, come on in.
I couldn't help. Okay. I open the door and I go in, fully clothed, like usual.
Why did you knock on the door? We share a room.
I don't know. Things were weird. What? Hi. What? Hi.
Still gets up and shuts the door. Are you okay?
Yes.
You seem very, very uncomfortable. I know I said we need to talk. I didn't mean anything bad or...
Okay.
You just seemed very
Things
odd.
got weird with Jorak. Did he...
He insinuated that you and Bees were doing something inappropriate.
My family would definitely not approve.
I mean, your family doesn't approve of many things, so that doesn't really narrow it down very much.
Yeah, I mean, you've told me you were okay with me experimenting, but I still feel guilty about it.
Okay, out of character. Is he doing this intentionally? Or is this all innocent? Like
Dion is not doing this intentionally. Bruno is hella doing this intentionally.
Yeah, Bruno is. And I'm sorry, can I ask clarification on what it is that you're doing that your family would disapprove of specifically?
Very flame stuff.
Very flame stuff?
Very fired, yeah. Yes.
I'm very confused. Zill is blushing at this point. Zorak insinuated that... Zorak, how did you word it specifically?
Hold on, I'm trying to calm down.
Good luck.
I said that...
See how you get even him excited?
I said I thought it was they were doing something inappropriate, and like Bees said that Dion did something to his face, and it was his eyes, and it didn't sound good, or something to that effect. I'm not exact. I mean, I just let it flood out, just word vomit.
Yeah.
But I don't remember exactly what it was, if I'm being honest.
Zorak sounded panicked when he talked. I'm not sure exactly all he said, but
He might have been uncomfortable.
what were you
A
doing?
lot of people are uncomfortable with it. What?
With what?
We were making magic.
Okay, I have to see. I have to roll a fucking check to. What would I roll to see if she gets what he's saying?
Intelligence.
Please roll low. Please roll low. Oh
No.
shit! Too bad she doesn't have disadvantage because that would be
Oh,
Can I help Dion with the lie so she gets disadvantage?
Not lying. He's just.
amazing. With the confusion, can
Yeah,
you
sorry.
help
Can I help
I mean,
Bruno?
based
with the
on
lie?
the conversation so far, I think she would be confused. She should.
I think she.
Just
I really want her to get that natural one. Right
I don't know, DM. It's up to you. Do I get the natural one or not?
He has been very, very vague.
Yes.
I'm gonna roll for it.
Okay.
I'm losing my fucking mind over here.
Evens or
The
odds,
rule
so
of cool is dominating.
whatever one you
right now.
pick you'll
Is okay. Odds.
odds. Okay, so
Yeah.
evens you'll have disadvantage.
Don't roll that white and gold dice. That's Zill colors. You got to roll something else.
Roll the Zill dice. Roll the Zill dice.
To be fair, it is Zill colors. You should roll for Zill with those colors.
Well, I just rolled a 6.
Oh God. That's
So she does. She has
disadvantage.
What look does she have on her face now?
A little hurt and sad. Okay.
I'm
Now-
sorry. I thought you were okay with it. I won't do it anymore.
I'm not sure.
No, I'm gone. I left.
Did you literally?
Yeah. I said I was sorry, and I was like feeling. I felt really guilty, and I left.
The confusion.
Oh my
God, we just turned into a really bad sitcom, and I love it.
Oh, on a stupid joke. I don't know if I regret it or not.
I think you just broke up Zill and Dion, you asshole.
Weston, this is your fault.
Oh my God, this is
I can live with that.
Until she's gonna be reading like Ramida's book and then see something about fairy fire and be like, oh.
Well, actually, is that one of his spells? I have to check.
I don't think it is.
It's not. I don't think.
It's
It should be now.
not.
Some little tiny addendum in there. Notes on spells he wants to learn. Fairy fire.
Well, it's not in there.
It's not.
The fact that she didn't make any comments about the fact that she very clearly would have heard B shouting about his magic fingers.
Yeah, she did. She would have heard that.
She was trying to ignore it. No, yeah, she is a little upset and just hangs out in her room for a little while.
Okay.
She doesn't.
Is she confused at the fact that he said she thought she was okay? She was okay with it.
Yeah. The whole funniest part is he's super embarrassed about this. She's an arcane caster. So, like...
Right, but her powers are divinely granted, so it's different.
Lol. So yeah, that's it. That's Zill sits quietly in her room until later. We'll see what happens.
For those of you who may have forgotten, arcane magic is a big no-no where Dion is from.
Technically where Zill is from. She has
Right.
to be registered as an arcane user, though I'm pretty sure they're a little more lax on her.
As long as she's not casting like arcane magic, like she casts divine magic, then they're not gonna be like
Right. Prestidigitation is one of the only non-divine magics that she really uses, and it's so subtle that it probably never registers to him.
Mhm.
And she uses it all the time. So.
Until you change the flavor of Father Blackbriar's tea to blue cheese.
Zill would not. Cassie would. Zill would.
My head
Yeah,
hurts so
sometimes
fucking bad.
sometimes my Bruno leaks out a little bit when I'm playing Dion.
Keep it in your pants, BB.
Sorry. Also, it's 9/13. I just want to say happy 9/13 to everyone.
That's a
My
good
head
date.
hurts so bad from all the laughing.
Okay.
There's a part of me that wishes we were streaming that so we could clip that for the whole internet to see.
All right. I am gonna mute myself. You guys have fun role playing for a little bit.
Of course, I'm showing way too many nipples for that, so I'm glad we weren't.
Okay. What else are we doing?
How
So
many?
3 too many nipples would be
Oh
on my
my-
camera right now.
Damn.
What else are we? I don't know.
I know
think,
Six was gonna do something. I think,
I
right?
think we have to leave Zill and Dion there until next session. No, please. Someone needs to talk to Zill, please. Fix Zill.
Bees went to bed, so unless Zill is gonna try and find out directly from Bees what the fuck happened.
I think Six is gonna hear. Is she crying? I think Six is gonna hear her crying.
It's also journaling.
Ooh, wet journal tears.
Yeah, if he would hear it, he would go and knock.
Dion's
Does he hear?
like he's climbed something and he's like,
He's hanging out in the crow's nest.
yeah, pretty much. He's sleeping on the couch tonight.
The proverbial.
No,
couch.
the only bed that's open is the shared bed.
Six knocks on the door.
Jeez.
No.
You're muted.
You.
Did you
I
hear
heard
that?
She prestidigitates. Yes, you can come in.
He comes in. Are you all right?
Oh, I don't know. I had a strange conversation with Theon earlier, and I'm not really sure what happened.
You probably would have overheard it, Six.
I would have overheard it. I mean, I wasn't just hanging outside the.
I guess.
I thought you are always hanging right outside our room.
I don't know. Where's your room? He's usually standing on the deck.
Oh, okay. Then maybe not.
I just.
Yes.
There were some implications in a conversation that Dion and Bees had that then got even more complicated when I spoke to Dion about it directly. I don't know what to make of it.
Did you ask Dion?
I did, and he seemed to dodge around the questions. As in, he tried to avoid answering
Not
me
intentionally. Sorry, I'm not there.
I know you know. I don't understand.
How long have Dion and Bees been training?
Together.
For the second half of the trip.
I was gonna say,
Long
Zill
enough
knows
that
that they're
Six
becoming
would
closer
know
and closer.
What they're doing? Because he would have noticed.
He probably would have seen bits and pieces of it, and just with his perception and heard and figured things out. Probably. I'm gonna assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. With your passive perception, it's hard to hide things from
I have
you.
heard that they have been making magic in private recently.
Are you talking about the magic lessons?
Zill blinks. Magic lessons.
Yes.
I mean, I know he was doing.
Training him in musical magic.
6, you'd probably kind of like how he was in that dream world, probably, is what would come to your mind.
Actually, I'm pretty certain I used fairy fire in that dream.
That doesn't mean he still knew what it was.
You didn't say
That's
its
fair.
name, though. You just...
That's fair. Yeah, you're right. It's not an anime. I don't go fairy fire every time I cast it.
I already
You could if you wanted.
I could, but I'm not going to.
Believe it.
Oh god, no.
I'm not going back to. Okay.
Nope. Nope.
The,
Nope.
the best thing about Putin is that they stopped saying that.
Well,
Next
Anyway.
character I'm gonna roll is gonna be Naruto, but in D&D.
god.
Same here.
I'll kill him. Believe it.
All right, Sasuke.
All right.
Anyway.
So he explains musical magic. Oh my! I'm an idiot.
Why?
I misinterpreted quite a bit. Okay, it's making a lot more sense now. 6, thank you. You've actually helped quite a bit. I feel much better, and I
he
should
seems
probably go
like
talk to
kind of-
Dion.
It seems like he kind of stands up straighter. Like, he already stands up pretty fucking straight, but he's just like, oh.
Mhm. I reach my arms out in the offer of a hug. You would have seen Zill do this many times.
Yeah, he would
And
accept.
I give him a hug. I appreciate you. You know that.
Yes.
Good. She'll reach up, give him a peck on the cheek, and then head out to go find Dion.
Hello.
Does she find Dion?
I don't know. Did she find Dion this session? He's up in the crow's nest.
There's only so many places you can be on a ship, so eventually...
It's true. She would, if
Does
she
she
can't
check the
find
crow's
you.
nest?
If she can't find you, she would turn into her lichen form and sniff you out.
Oh,
I do stink. That's true.
You definitely have a very specific scent that she would be very.
I miss your musk.
I mean, well,
Sorry, I had to quote it.
Everin would also be able to tell you where he went if you had asked.
yeah,
Because
she would probably find him. But do you want to leave it there in that awkward state?
Kind of.
Very much so, yes.
Awesome. Let's leave it in the
Okay.
awkward state for
Okay.
the.
So, did you want to have a memory this trip, 6? We can have the memory happen before this awkward situation.
Well,
Alright.
Oh no!
No.
Please let it happen during.
Interrupted it.
I
By the
want
way,
you to do
guys.
it during.
Hello.
Okay, so I would gather them
Yes.
and so sorry, Dan. This first part is talking about the end of my memories, but I don't know how.
You can kind of you've gotten enough of your memories back that you can tell that this section is near the end, just based on scenery, based on things around your comprehension of
Okay,
it.
so the memories were fuzzy with just one
Mhm.
thing in focus, and now they're becoming
They're becoming more clear because you're getting
Okay.
more of the whole picture.
And congratulations, you're now a different person who's going to want to kill people.
Oh no! Don't do it.
I'm coming towards the end of
Do it.
my memories. They've become
Kill Dion.
Yes, and I have this
Oh,
unending
sorry.
urge, and I just put my sword. I'm just kidding. Towards the end, it seemed that Dagmar was panicking, he was losing control.
Oh.
And the conversations that he was having, he talked about how his schemes, they had to be perfect and spanned years.
Well, they've definitely been spanning
Before,
years.
yes, before the death of Palo.
Maybe that's why he sought to extend his life beyond that of a normal human or even an Almar.
So, I believe he is still.
You believe he is,
I think this confirms it to me.
that he is still alive?
Yes.
I hate to say it, but I think you're right.
Our mission is to
Yes.
retrieve the immortal sun.
Yes.
What about after that?
Well, use it to end the curse that covers my homeland, for one. I would like to take it and free others who are affected by lycanthropy as well.
I would ask that when we have time that we kill him.
Oh, I fully intend to if we
Find
ever
him.
meet him.
Kill him.
What do you think, Dion? Ow. Sorry.
I mean, yes, that was the plan. I am still okay with this plan.
Zill nods. And kind of puts her hand on Six's shoulder and is like, "Don't worry, Six. We're here for you, and I can only imagine how painful this is for you."
It's not just about me.
Hmm?
If he's out there, he is a danger. I've seen what he is capable of. That was thousands of years ago.
Zill nods.
The blood of thousands, possibly tens of thousands, is on his hands.
Don't worry. We'll get him. I don't think we have much of a choice. I'm pretty sure he's going to interfere with us until we get everything finished. For the end, we'll find him.
Are you going to add that last line in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also remember he spoke of Shalagengar. He said he couldn't be trusted to follow through, but he would be a perfect pawn. I don't think Shalagengar is calling the shots.
I think Shellingengar thinks he's calling the shots. But you may be right. That's an interesting thought, actually. I hadn't thought of it that way. You could be right.
If it's not this Gengar person, who is calling the shots?
If it's not Jagmar himself, perhaps someone above him. What was the name of the other man, or the other god?
Thursdune.
Perhaps he is in charge.
I have no doubt. Zill's going to use Minor Illusion to create the image of the pillar symbol and then change it to have the spiral on it. This symbol is I believe this is the symbol that Dagmar had. And this is the symbol of Tharizdun. It definitely seems that that is who he is worshipping, and that is who his plans are designed for. At least that would be my assumption.
Jorak thinks to himself, now that is a good-looking sun emblem.
Wow.
I sure hope he says that out loud.
No, he's thought to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what was that, Simon?
Hey now, enough of this. I am Simon, one and alone.
So what would
did
Simon
not
say?
Simon would have nothing to add.
Well. Okay. Was that it? Does anyone have any more to say? Sorry.
I don't have anything else.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
How are people feeling? Do we want to?
I am tired and a little brain dead.
Yeah, I'm getting a little brain dead myself.
We want to wrap it up right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just leave it the night before the awkwardness between the Zill and Dion.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
It's the best way to do it, right?
Give a little suspense.
A little cliffhanger of awkwardness.
Oh.
Next week on...
How's Jorak gonna...
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Balls.
I know it took a really long time, but I was looking for my mute button.
That's why I said oh.
Where did those come from?
That they dropped from our fight.
Then
I was laughing so goddamn hard, guys.
I'm going to stop the
Yay.
recording then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob, for watching.
Bye now.
Night, Bob.